Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the IPL 1000, the biggest tournament in the Illuvium Pro League up to date. And we are gonna have a great one today. I'm joined by Silent and Caveman right here on the caster's desks. Hey guys, how's it going?
Going quite well. I love IPL 1000 season. The fact that this month we get two of them is absolutely crazy. Let's start things off with the bang.
Oh yeah, I mean we're only a month and a half away from the World Championship, and I think these 1000s are really going to start to show who can potentially win these big tournaments, that the World Championship. So I'm excited to see who's going to be in the top 8, like who's going to be really pushing into that top 4, into the top 2, and I'm just it's so exciting. And I missed last week because I was away, and now I get to come back for 1000. Let's go.
Yes, sir. We missed you as well, Caveman. It's good to have you back, and let's have a look at today's format. How is it gonna go down? We have the IPL 1000, and if you didn't know, there is $20,000 on the line. So this is our biggest tournament besides the World Championship that's gonna happen in December. First place gets $7,000, big paycheck, and then it goes all the way down till 64th. Everybody that made it into the top 64 is in the money. And for example, 8th place still gets $300, but there's definitely huge price jumps. And yeah, today we're going to see the top 16s. We are now in the semi-finals. So everybody today has at least secured themselves a $200 paycheck.
Heck yeah, let me see it.
Yes, sir. Quickly going through the format right here, we have the top 32 tournament players by IPL points from past tournaments, and then we also have the top 32 sit-and-go qualifier players. So the last 2 days, there was open qualifiers. You could just play ranked games in the sit-and-go windows, and if you're one of the top 32 in those sit-and-go tournaments, you got a direct invitation to the IPL 1000. We are still in day number 1. You can see it in the bottom right where the arrow is. That's where we are right now in the best of 3, going from 16 down to 8 players. Once we have done that, we're going to take a break till tomorrow, and then tomorrow we're going to have the grand finals day 2 with a 19 points checkmate finals, maximum of 6 games. So this is a full new structure that we are planning to also run in the World Championship. So it's exciting to finally have this also here in the tournaments.
I love the checkmate format. I'm super excited to get that back. I don't know, it just feels good that you have to win and secure that victory for the last one. That's yeah, and having a cap is also good though, so we don't have too many games.
Yeah,
exactly.
It'll be my first time experience it, but I've definitely seen instances, whether it have been in other auto battlers or even something similar in, like, say, battle royales, where those things could go on for an eternity. So I'm very very thankful there is a cap.
Exactly.
It is exciting though.
Yeah, I think for a World Championship, we're going to look at something like 20 points and an 8-game cap, just in case, because we really want to make sure that the checkmate is met. But sometimes it can draw out forever, so at one point you have to cap it. And if you reach the cap, it's just going to be by points, like in a best of 5, for example.
Still a fantastic show no matter what.
Yes, sir. I'm just so excited that we have a great chance of having the last game winner be actually the tournament winner, which makes for just such hype moments in the final game. And then here we have the upcoming tournaments. You can see it also here with the arrow. We are on the 1st of November with the IPL 1000. The next weekend we have the IPL 500, and the weekend after that we have the IPL 1000. So we have back to back the biggest tournaments in Illuvium, and all of them have open qualifiers. So feel free to join, feel free to practice. And we have a few TFT pros that joined the scene. I think some of them made it into the semifinals, so we'll see soon. You have a lot to catch up to, Caveman. It was crazy last week. Sloop, we'll talk about it later, but Selfless and Slooper, both from the Team Liquid team, the coach and player from Team Liquid TFT team, were absolutely dominating last weekend. So it was really cool. See them come in and really do so well.
Did watch some of the highlights, and then it looked, got me pumped.
Nice. Yeah, and then we also got the final call at the very end of November, which is just one big tournament. Ideally in Swiss format, we're trying to do it, because it's not about who is first or second, it's who gets into the top 12, because everybody in the top 12 will actually get invited to the World Finals as well. So this is your last chance to get into the World Finals. Specifically targeting busy pros from other games or whatever it is, right? People that haven't had time to grind all year have a last chance here to join the Illuvium pros that have been practicing throughout the year.
It also happens to be my birthday. What a better way to spend my birthday.
Yep.
But also for everybody else, you may not necessarily be the pro. Heck, you might just be picking up Illuvium right here, right now. But whether it be these final couple of IPLs or that final call tournament, there is still plenty of time to actually get yourself into a qualifying position. Heck, I think I was even tuning into a Zabroshin's stream, I think it was maybe 3 days ago. And they're talking about how, yeah, I just played the game for 2 days and I made a grand final. And it's like, are you serious? Like, that was a crazy run. Now, like, they're well on their way to a World's Finals visit, and that could be you too.
Yes, sir. That's exactly right. Talking about the best players in Illuvium, here we have the IPL leaderboard. These are the people that have been playing leaderboard, have been playing the tournaments throughout the season. Of course, our reigning champion at the moment, still Fishy with an IPL 1000 win. And yeah, we have maybe a new champion will be crowned today, because IPL 1000 gives you the most IPL points, obviously. And so you can definitely make big jumps today. Even if you, I think, just make it into the top 12, you have a guaranteed spot at World Finals, something like this. So definitely still a lot of chances to qualify for the World Finals. Top 48 is
so much. Oh, sorry.
All good. I was just going to say the top 48 is the cutoff for being invited to the World Finals. And that currently sits at 15 points here in a tiebreaker.
And a little bit of a fight for the get-in spot as of right now. And again, I think I mentioned majority of broadcasts, but of course it's just because it's that important. These, like 15 points, for example, you can absolutely make that up in one tournament and surpass that, blow it out of the water. So again, plenty of time still to get your qualification into that World Finals. And then I just had to applaud I'm a Fishy one more time as well, because in the way of the last tournament ended up happening, I think they were like the only one within like the top 10 that actually made it into that grand final. So they already had a fantastic points lead on the entire league. Got to extend that with another solid finish.
Yes, sir. All right, here we have the current scores in the semi-finals. Wait. Quarterfinals. Those are the quarterfinals scores, exactly. This is lobby 3 and 4, and we're going to look at lobby 1 and 2 in a second. So here we have Not Complain, Fox Spirit, Orc1 from Guild. That's the Guild of Slooper, I believe, or which Slooper is part of. And I'm a Fishy, making it to the semifinals that we're going to watch in a second in the best of 3. And also on the other side, lobby 4, we got Nareba Guzera both from Ola, Steigen from Hype, and then Nefer from Phantom, making it also in the semifinals.
And it's really interesting. I mean, we'll probably touch on it a little bit as the game's going on, but just Guild's appearance as a whole showed up for the first time, I believe it was last week, and they again had a 1-2 finish in that grand final, if I do recall correctly, or maybe a 1-4. But they showed up very, very fantastic in the grand final. And if there's one thing I've noticed from playing a handful of ranked games over the past week, there are a lot more Guild members now. So this is going to get kind of scary.
The Guild.
New Guild. A new competitor has arrived. All right. Can the big OG guilds hold out their own against the newcomers? This is exciting.
Yep. And here we have lobby 1 and lobby number 2. Those are the other 8 players that made it into the semifinals. In green right here, we have iNostalgie, Carl from Phantom, Karabasov, Coolgast, Slooper from Guild, Hasu, Slicks from Hype, and Furies from Hype. Super happy that Carl made it in. Great player since Ascendant already. And also very happy for Slicks that he finally was able to get into the semifinals again. I know he has been struggling a little bit, so all the best of luck to him as well.
Yeah, that's the one I definitely wanted to point out, because finally we got Slicks out of the quarterfinals into a semi. Also Hasu, though. They're constantly trying. They've had an occasional grand finals appearance, but similar to Slicks, kind of fell off in the last couple of tournaments. Here we go. Both of them finding themselves the semifinal finish, or a semifinals appearance, rather. And then the big surprise here for myself, there's actually 3 total. One, Narkesh missed again. This is the second tournament in a row. One of the players that we saw as probably one of the most consistent players in the Illuvium Pro League outside of like Web3 and Fishy, falling out of there. And I think in another lobby, Web3 didn't make it either. So a lot of our players that used to be like super, super consistent have maybe a little bit of a harder time here in this patch. And then on the other side, Zabrochson missing by a couple of points, not going to be able to make it this time. And then Hollow Hype, one of our podium finishers from the last grand final, had a absolute brutal performance, it looks like, here in this quarterfinal.
Yeah, I was looking at lobby 3. That's where Web 3 got knocked out. A new guild member, which I haven't seen, and then Sota, Thanatos. Like, that was a sweaty lobby. I would not have wanted to play
Yeah.
in lobby 3. Like, that just looks nasty
Wow.
in general. Like, that could have been a final for sure. So, bunch of tiebreakers, just crazy play. I mean, the spread's not too big, 16 to 11 points. I mean, you look at lobby 4, 21 points in Nariba. Nariba just taking over that lobby effortlessly compared to lobby 3. That would have been tough. Like, what a lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely brutal. You have, I think, 2 top 5 IPL players all in lobby 3 and a lot of other absolute killers, maybe even 3, because I think Soda's 3rd right now. So like that's a brutal lobby. Again, yeah, if you got stuck with that one and didn't quite make it out, obviously it feels bad, but I wouldn't feel too bad, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, you go back up to lobby 1 and lobby 2, their spread is 19 to 6 points. Lobby 4 is 21 to 9 points. And lobby 3 just literally condensed 16 to 11. That everyone was fighting
That's
for
incredible.
every point for that. What a crazy. I wish I would have seen that. Did you cover that one just recently, or?
Oh no, I wasn't able to
Okay.
cover anything additional this morning, unfortunately. But yeah, that one absolutely would have been incredible to see.
All right, coming over to the ranked leaderboards. I wanted to point that out as well. You can always find it on the Illuvium homepage. We got Not Complain, because we just had a reset of the leaderboard.
They grinded.
I think 2 days ago. It was last Thursday of the month, right?
Yeah.
So it has been, today's the 3rd
47
day.
games in
47 games.
3 days?
That's like, let's say 30 hours in 3 days, but probably more than that. But yeah, that's insane. And yeah, we have Not Complain in 1st, and then Fox Spirit in 2nd with also 47 games. But I want to point out a big difference here. 1.6 average placement from Not Complain is way ahead of everyone else. So he has been gapping the competition here in the top 10 leaderboard here in the first few days. And I think he figured out something that nobody else knows.
Yeah.
It's translating well into the tournament as well. If I recall correctly, they led their lobby. So it's not a case of, okay, they're just a ladder grinder. They have time when they manage to have a couple strats that happen to work good on the ladder. No, this is actually turning into consistent tournament play. And that's when things get scary. Of course, we just had the new patch about maybe a week and a half or so ago that people are still kind of trying to figure out. Maybe they found something. I'm very, very curious actually as to what they played. Was something consistent, or did they rock flexible? We'll see.
Well, and if you look, lobby 3 was Not Complain and Fox Spirit, and they got 1st and 2nd. They tied for 1st and 2nd. So that's already crazy. And they are 1st and 2nd on this. They managed to beat out Web 3 Soda. That's crazy. On this leaderboard, I'm also seeing a bunch of new names. You got Luix from Guild. We got another Guild member. We got Zebrosian in the top 7. Jeree in 9. Oh, baby. I can't wait to see all these new contenders coming in.
Very exciting.
Yeah. So I don't want to reveal all the strategies of Not Complain, but I did check out his Illuvilytics profile, and I wanted to go over it a little bit. Maybe we can find something that stands out, trying to figure out how is he doing so well.
Combat rhythm. Lots of combat rhythm, apparently.
Yes. Okay.
That and lightning speed.
Combat rhythm, I think, for me personally, always the augment that I insta-pick, no matter what. It's just so good with stacking Omni Vamp. That's just what you need in most teams for your main carries. And what's also interesting, he's still playing fully fire, right? This is still the fire patch. On the left side, we see Top Illuvial's ramp fight. After Artes, then a Singe, Raylu. So yeah, very strong there. Then comes an Axon, so definitely playing some Harbinger as well. And then Riplands and Karaduluk, so a little bit of probably Mud, Toxic Berserker in there as well.
Oh, that's cool. And then I also like looking at the weapons as well. That is a lot of Scion weapon usage. So just Aqua Blaster, Emberling Rod. You were mentioning Harbinger. I mean, that opens the door to getting very, very early Harbinger, especially if you are consistently picking up that Axon. And then, I mean, the Boomerang at this point, if that was basically the tail of the tape in the last tournament, if you're running Fire and you found the Boomerang, you were set up pretty nicely. But we've also had a little bit more time to play against that. So I'm curious what people will bring up.
And you can see he's not using the Divine Bound Cleaver very often. So he's kind of been avoiding the rogues pretty entirely there. So
yeah,
it's pretty clear.
And I don't know if you guys have seen the patch notes for the next patch. We're going to get like a Fire nerf. The Boomerang is getting nerfed. The Divine Bound Cleaver is getting nerfed. So I'm really excited for the next one. I hope we have it for next week's competition. But right now we're still...
That'll definitely be interesting.
Right now, we're still on the patch from last weekend, which I like a lot as well because meta always change, always shifts. So I'm curious to see what we're gonna see today and how is it changed since last week.
That's actually extremely quick too for a patch to be coming out that fast, because there's still, I feel like, plenty of room to be exploring on some of these compositions. Yes, Fire is a standout, and with that, Water to try and counter it is kind of a standout as well. But I still feel like there's so much that we haven't necessarily played with yet. Although if there's one thing that I've played with a ton and wish does get patched, again, it's my dear Emberling Rod. I cannot understand how the targeting works for that for the life of me.
And I have really good news as well for you guys and for all the viewers and everyone, basically. We're gonna have mastery points in... Like when you press tab and you see all the compositions, all the weapons, you also see the mastery points of your opponents. So that's going to be huge, especially for us. We finally know what's going on a little bit more. Looking really forward to
Economy breakdowns. Let's go.
Yes, that's going to be amazing.
I'm definitely looking forward to that because I know many times in the past where it's like, oh, they stopped rolling. Are they out? Are they saving? What are they doing?
Yeah.
Unknowing does make for some interesting anticipation, but we can strategize a lot more now.
Yes, sir. And then last but not least, before we jump into the first game of the best of 3, I wanted to highlight that the Halloween Beyond collection is out since yesterday. I hope you all had happy Halloween and good trick-or-treating. And yeah, those look absolutely amazing. So I'm not sure for how long they're going to be on sale, but it's a limited time sale. And one disc costs 700 fuel.
November 13th.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
I know, I love my little Gazetep. I did not expect that I would like it so much, but I was able to pull one and I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the players today already have. I think Fox Spirit has like this wizard Gazetep, and yeah, it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool to see. All right, we're almost getting into it. I think players will start connecting in 2 minutes. So we have a few more minutes until we're going to jump in.
Do we have any confirmation on how the final patch will work for the World Championship? Will it be a couple weeks in advance, or will we have something more fluid right before the World Championship? You know, sometimes we have a patch that even like the patch before the last patch is actually the one that's being used for the World Championship. Are we going to be doing anything with that? I don't know if that's been discussed.
So we have it set in the rules that there cannot be a patch 7 days before the World Championship. So that's a minimum, but I would say give it at least 2 weeks of the same patch, right? Also, just to be sure.
Nice.
Yeah. I think we're going to be pushing for as long as possible, just to be sure it's stable. There is no bugs, no exploits and stuff like that, and get all of that out of the way.
So maybe 2 more patches after next week, max?
Yeah, I hope we get one more after the next one, or maybe gets included where we have the when you're spectating, you see all the statistics, they get reset every match. So I think that's an important fix for us on the casting side of things. But yeah, other than that, the next patch, it looks amazing. Also more stability improvements. We have like a better connection to the server, and yeah, it's gonna fix a lot of crashes as well. The carousel is gone, by the way. That's a huge change. Saves us a few minutes of
The carousel's
gameplay.
gone.
Yeah, carousel is removed because it is mostly like sitting there for 3 minutes. It's a little mini game, right? But the team wanted to shorten the game length, so they cut down, I think, 3 minutes average game length by removing the carousel. I've done then a little bit of research, and actually it's one of the least favorite features also in TFT because it breaks the game flow so much and everything. So
I know personally I hate it every single time. Like if I'm competing, even if I get something good out of it, I just hate stopping. I'm in a rhythm. I'm thinking about my next play. And let's be honest, pros, they know exactly when the carousel's coming up, so they can judge for this. But even after playing this game with the carousel for God knows how long, it still surprises me every single time it comes up. I know it shows up after the Dokas, but after that, I always forget. And it surprises me, and it's a buzzkill every single time as a player. I'm sure it's a buzzkill as a caster. And I'm actually very, very happy to see it go.
Yep. And yeah, I like it a lot. A little bit less average game time. It's gonna be cool. There is. I'm just gonna bring it up so we can look at the patch notes a little bit together.
And the games have started, by the way.
All right.
And I wanted to bring this up because we got to take our pick as to which one is going to be the main one. And we have two extremely interesting and chaotic regions to start things off here. One's playing on Shard Bluff. The other one's playing on Abyssal Basin. Pick your poison.
Let's say, is there one that would be faster? Not really, right?
Probably around the same.
Yeah, let's do lobby 1, then lobby 2, and then for the third game we decide which one was more entertaining in the end.
Let's do it.
So I'll hop into the one at Abyssal Basin here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and Shard Bluff's fun. Those legendary augments really can change the game, and we'll be able to see some cool strategies emerge from that.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
It's always a blast, especially if it's one of those ones where it's not just the one legendary augment, but just it starts flooding you and giving you with a bunch of them. That would be absolutely incredible.
It's just the one at the start. That's what they're going to be getting.
Is it just the one at the start? Okay.
Yep.
Which is cool as well. I like it a lot.
And for the other side, for the Abyssal Basin game, they have it so that there's the imprints at round 11 and 25. So there could be some crackhead teams here.
That one's cool
I'll definitely
too.
keep an eye on it.
Okay, yeah, tell us anything crazy there. But what we're seeing right now, just as Paz gets pulled up, everyone's holding their chests. No one's actually revealed their legendary augment yet. They're picking their weapons currently. I'm watching some, and now they're starting to break right before round 4. Typical use case as these kind of play out in the beginning.
Here we are in game.
Like, try to pick your legendary augment so early when you might not be 100% sure as to what your endgame composition could possibly be. I know personally I find it an extremely nervous moment because as someone who plays a lot of Scions, I want to go for something with Omega power, but if all of a sudden I get like the old Jagged End or something that's extremely good for a fighter, I'm torn.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I'm starting to see a bunch of these augments start to pop off, and we have several Scion ones already popping out. So we got Infinity Core, that 30% crit chance, and 60 Omega going for Orc. We have Perpetual Energy, or Arcane Conduit, getting that attack damage as Omega power and giving you that additional energy on attack. A lot of defensive augments as well. Another Arcane Conduit. I mean, I'll let Paz go through the weapons and augments. Maybe we do that at the same time.
Sure. Let's do it. So we got Nefer on Quake Maulers. And also Furies at Quake Maulers. The Earth Rogue weapon. Interesting. So that's either Mud or Rogues. Then we have the infamous Strike Boomerang. Top weapon at the moment, I would say. We have 2 of them with Nareba and Orc from Guild. We have 1 Lava Gauntlet Fire Scion from Carl. We have the Nature Scion coming out for Fox Spirit. He likes to play those.
All right, come on, Fox Spirit.
Then we have Ripple Flail, Water Bulwark. Also getting nerfed in the next patch, by the way. From Karabasov. And then last but not least, Aqua Blaster here from Slooper.
Yeah, and Karabasa is already off to a strong start with his Ripple Flail. He's already got an Axon with an adaptive plate. That is going to be one nasty Axon. He's going to be able to tank for a good minute here. I imagine he's going to be able to win streak for a little bit. Getting that early Harbinger and 3 Bulwark in here. Let's see how this plays out.
It does set them up as well here for the Toxic Aegis strat, which was, I think, the 5th most popular team composition in the last IPL, already having the Ripple Flail for that extra Bulwark, of course. They even have the little Riptor here, so they're definitely, I feel like, setting up for it. Just a matter of finding Archie into Archos, and then you'll be set up for a little while here into this mid-game. And with there being so many fires being kind of set up here, I think there's the 3 fire weapons. It's looking pretty good here. As this one's going to come down to the wire, but again, you're talking about that beefy Axon. Well, there it is, right there at the Ranger.
And what's interesting here is he's actually got the Water Flish, so he's already got Tsunami on there too. He got Aegis. Now it's gonna be curious what he's going for. Or he's gonna go for Aegis instead of Harbinger, going for that Toxic, and then yeah, once he gets that Cardinal. What's interesting though is he has 2 more Atlases. He could go for the Tsunami Axodon quite early, getting Tsunami and Harbinger, but I don't know if that's actually good in the meta right now.
We shall see.
I haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of Tsunami, to be honest.
Oh, we got a Fighter Riptor. Who's going to be scooping that up? That's a buy. Carl going for fire. Slooper going for an Artes. Oh, the 2 fire comms. Who's going to be getting this? This is going to be juicy for whoever gets that Riptor.
What?
How is it still out here for that long? Fox, he's thinking about it.
How do you pick a 4-cell over
Nariba
it?
scooped it.
That's crazy to me. Nariba is going to be happy with that, sitting in 3rd place, getting one of the best Illuvials from our perspective here.
And with the Fire Boomerang already, he's already got... How many fighters does he have already? He's got what?
Let's check it out.
3 fighter. He'll add a 4th on that. Easily making 5 fighters shortly with the Riptor.
Yeah, we got 4 now. Riptor's coming in shortly. I don't think he's going to break up the empaths. Oh, there it is. He does. Atipo is out.
I wonder if that Lynx is worth it. Getting that Atipo and seems like it could be more valuable. Or even that Wink.
I don't know if you can see the screen right now, guys, but I have a little surprise for you. A little surprise. We have the patch early for us here on the IPL Casters desk. We do see economy for players. So we can see how many mastery credits everyone has right here.
Look, I know Halloween just passed, and that's when everybody puts out their Christmas decorations. But damn, Christmas came really early here for all of us here on the desk. My goodness.
Yeah. Really
oh
happy.
My gosh.
So yeah, we can see it right now. We got Fox Spirit on 50. Everybody pretty much across the board sitting at 40 or 50. Or now, it updates a little bit late, right? So now everybody's sitting at 50 or 60, it seems like. Everybody's saving
so
up.
You're telling me that all of these pros don't go immediately broke after Dokas like I do? No wonder I'm not a pro.
By the way, another little fun fact for our next patch. We're not gonna have zero... How's it called? Zero drone augment for the tier 0s, caveman, so...
Ah, so sad.
Yeah. Kirito in chat mentioned that you're gonna be sad to not have that anymore. But it had virtually no use case. Like nobody was actually playing it. So
yeah.
So remind me to make a video real quick of a tier 0 comp before it goes away. No, just kidding. But Yeah, it was a funny little strategy. I've seen some people try it, especially newcomers I've seen actually come and try and give it a shot. It's surprisingly scary, but it does fall off so quick.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to go over some of this economy now that we have it with these players. We're looking at Karabasov and Fury. They're on the win streak. How are they doing economy-wise? Well, we look at Fury's. He's already tapped out at 70. He's looking really good with this win streak. We look at Karabasov. He's at 54, so he's had to spend to maintain his go. And now we have Fury's going against a Nariba. Be able to see if he's able, or if he greeted a little bit too much here and he loses his win streak.
And we got 5 fighter versus 5 rogues, and usually the fighters take those, especially if you have those supportive units like a Kukulus here, fully decked out with augments, doing probably so much damage. Let's check it out. Yep, just battling it out with Mjol. But in the end, the rogues
Triple Predator.
Yep.
Triple Predator.
Rogues
Holding off.
let me eat my word. They proved me wrong, the rogues, as they do so many times, and just annihilated all these fighters here.
9 times out of 10, I totally agree with you, though. Like, the fighters, in theory, should have that, but I guess they were just able to focus down individual targets just that much better. Having that additional execution with the Predator just makes it that much stronger. And eventually you ended up getting the Zerg Swarm kind of chasing you down.
Right. So now we get to see, is Fury's going to roll down, or is he sitting at 84 gold and he'll just chill? Or is he going to start slamming levels? What is his goal? This is where it gets really interesting. We get some really good insights of what the pros are doing here at round 10 and 11, because I think this is the critical phase that dictates really who's good. Yep, Fury's just pushing level 6 with that extra income he had.
New weapon, too, for Fury's here. He has his classic Verdant Cleaver now.
Oh, that's good for him, yeah. He's gonna go up here versus Slooper, who's currently sitting at the bottom, but he doesn't look all too weak yet. But let's see if it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, Slooper looks like they've had themselves a very, very difficult time finding their tank line anyway. Like, they're going for so much water, but they still have a Caribou. As much as I love the little guy, it has a really hard time holding the line here. As we are seeing, the front line gets essentially completely collapsed on, and they will be swarmed down in the end.
Yep. The Link's doing okay damage, but it's not enough. It just gets taken down so fast. As soon as it's focused, it's pretty much one-shot by the Predators.
Very interesting to see Karabasov still at level 5, where almost the entire lobby is level 6, minus Orc. Orc is also level 5, and we're looking at income. Everyone is above that 70 threshold, so they're all... Oh, Carl is down to 63. He had to roll a little bit. Did he win that round? I'm not sure. We can check. No, we can't.
What on earth is Karabasov saving for then? Still staying at level 5, trying to get Archelion, Caradullox, and Axodon?
I think it will happen right now.
Tank line?
He was saving for the PV round, I think, where you get basically free income. We can see they're sitting at 85 gold right now, Furious and Karabasov. And this is gonna go down very fast now after the PV round. I would assume he levels up to level 6, maybe level 7. And then rolls down for the Berserkers.
And he did just sell. He had 2 Atlases and a Flish on the board. Maybe he was trying to decide. Oh, wait. Oh, no, he actually got an Axon out of that. No, he's pulling all his units off the board. Sorry. Oh, man.
It was really sold, even though he was on 70 income. Yeah, we see him rolling right now, especially because the 2 win streakers are going against each other. So both of them are rolling like at least 30, 40 gold right now. Trying to hit their power spikes, going up to 6, maybe even 7. Let's see how hard they want to keep this win streak alive and how much they trust in their ability to actually make it happen.
Oh, Karabasov got level 6 and 5 Bulwark, 2 Aegis, 2 Empath. That is a lot for these rogues to chew through. Who will be successful?
I mean, the Aegis buff coming out here for Karabasov is going to be split amongst a bunch of different Illuvials. I think the Ranger is going to boost up this Pyre, but the Archelion was touching like 3 different things. I have no idea who could possibly be boosting, but damn well it's not that Pyre. So it is going to be doing a pretty decent amount of damage, but it could be much, much more, as we are seeing the Rogues slowly but surely chop through that tank line. They still have the Caradullo to go through, but with everybody else falling, it's just a matter of time. Right in top of the verdant puddle, as they like to do. And that will shut that one down here.
A little bit different positioning, and it would have worked out if the Caradullo wasn't like left on its own in the end.
Yeah, that Carlo had a lot of health too. It's sitting at over 3K. Very, very tough match there. Karabasov is not going to be liking it. But let's check their economy now. What did they roll for that? Karabasov at 55, Fury's at 54. So they rolled down roughly the same, dropping down to that 50 mark. Nariba down at 30. What kind of comp has he managed to make? Oh, he's in eighth place right now. Take a peek. He's got the fire.
Orc also spent a ton.
Yep.
Down to 23, it looks like.
Even though he's sitting, yeah, he's rolling against Nariba, so maybe they had a little roll off there, basically. And yeah, we're gonna have our eyes on the prize, which is gonna be Rake in this fight here in the backline with the stacking. Augment is gonna do so much damage, but it needs a bit time to get ready. The Artes as well, flying across, is the main damage dealer on the other side, but it's the Rake getting out a cast from the range. Otherwise, it might have been close. Able to finish off the Artes. Not even needs to walk over there.
Furies on an 8-win streak at the top, holding the line. It's been a minute for... Did he make it into the finals last week as well, or was he...
No.
Yeah, he's been struggling to get back in as well, so this is his time. He's ready to get back in. Win the 1,000.
Yep, and he's up versus Nefer, and we know from experience that whoever is ahead in the rogue duel is usually the one winning. Like, whoever has the better economy to roll and to hit those levels early, you're gonna be in a good position here.
Real quick, too, shoutouts to Nefer getting into this one. That's another name I feel like we saw a lot early in the season, but not so much recently. Nefer in the semifinals. Let's go. Holding their own, middle of this lobby. Good for you. Keep it up.
Well, and actually, if we look at economy, Furies are at 28 right now, and Nefer was at 61. So Furies may be in first place, but he must have spent a lot of MP there. They're both level 7. Oh, this is so cool being able to see the economy. So much to digest.
Absolutely.
Yep. Now we're gonna see Carl versus Nareba. Both playing around fire. Let's see who can take the better of each other.
I mean, the extra little benefit here for Carl is they do have the Scion variant of the fire weapon, and that cast comes out so much quicker to trigger that Inferno, but the amount of firepower straight up here for Nariba was just that much stronger. It wasn't even close. The Inferno is not going to be a difference maker at all, and Nariba takes win in that one.
Okay, I guess also because of level up, we have also air activated.
That also helps.
4-fighter, Arcanite, Empath, Scion, Rogue. So when we look on the side of Carl, there's way less dots connected synergy-wise, and yeah, that was rough.
But I mean, if we look at Orc is looking like he might lead the pack in the fire comp. It's gonna be tough to fight him and his composition there.
Yep, fire air is where it's at. It seems like we got 1, 2, 3 players at least, and some other players are throwing some in.
So literally the only one going water right now seems to be Slooper, which we'll get to see right here, right now, versus Orc.
Yes, and it's gonna be great for him versus the fire units. They're all gonna go hyperactive, and the Rake is perfectly positioned to take down the Fury, one of the main damage dealers. Artes flies across, targets now the Ranger in the backline, doing great damage there. And it's gonna be very similar to earlier, Rake versus Artes, and usually Rake wins those. But he's in a 2-on-1. Here flies the Artes. The cast comes out and doesn't hit anything. What an unlucky interaction here for...
I did not realize that could happen. Arctis in the sky isn't actually targetable by a Rake or a number cast.
But that should have hit
to me.
It should have killed the Wink, right?
You'd think.
At least that would have lifestealed just enough for to survive the carpet bomb. I think that was an interaction that should have actually been a favor.
We're gonna check it out in the replay, because one thing that could have happened is a charm at the exact same time as the as the Rake cast. That could be the only explanation I could find for it, other than it being a bug.
Because the smoke came out, but did it actually commit?
It might have come out one. You know, it takes 3. It does take 3 like interactions for that, and it probably got charmed right at that one point. That'd be crazy.
There
it does.
Oh
He's
my god,
charmed.
it did.
Great call.
Oh my goodness.
What a crazy call. All right, that was good.
Wow.
Support carry. Thank your supports, people.
Winged MVP there. Oh my gosh. We're looking at something nasty coming from Nefer. He managed to finish his Malura and the Slashin. So even though Furies was in the lead, I think Furies is going to be in a little bit of a rough spot now. We'll see what he's able to pivot. He's going to go for the Ramfire with all the other fire guys. That's going to be tough. Woof. Way to go, Nefer, rolling at the perfect time to be able to secure both of those units.
You love to see it. Underdog coming out ahead, and now it's gonna be Furies versus Orc here, and that's gonna be an interesting one. Rogues versus Corner.
Yep, I mean, the Lura's in a pretty decent spot. I'm looking for that charm to come on through. There it is, some big damage alongside the ramp fight. Wombo combo does not commit. It is going to end up falling here, and that is so far looking actually not too bad here for the green side. It's all down to the Ranger, and that Verdant Cleaver isn't as crazy as it used to be. It will end up falling.
And that is the end of Fury's reign. He had been on a win streak this entire game, except for like one loss before that. And now he's going to, I think he's going to start falling quite quickly. But he's going to be in a good position because Carl's already at 16 HP. Nareev's at 39. Fox Spirit at 45. At this point, it might just be trying to hold on to top 4.
I was going to make the comment, how many other rogues are there really out there right now here for Furies to really have to go up against?
Let's see. Nefer, as you said, already has the Malura and the Slashin, so I wanna...
Okay, so Nefer...
Yeah. Well, we're gonna check out
Carl
now
Nefer's
at
so
16
far ahead
points.
right here.
But yeah, Nefer, great timing for the roll down and just beats Furies to it. And that's what it takes, right? You gotta know when to roll. And Nefer figured that out, it seems like. And yeah, Furies... There is enough stage 3 Illuvials, tier 3 Illuvials in the deck for 2 Slappins to be there. 2 Slashins, but yeah, we'll see. For now, let's check out actually my man Carl here at the bottom, sitting at 16 HP. He needs to win this round to make it to a brighter day.
All right, Phantom Squad, give Carl your energy real quick because they need this to keep themselves in the game. I do think Grand Fight to the skies on top of that Raptorus will end up connecting, but it got healed up so quickly, it's not even funny. The toxic nature style with that Aegis coming out here for the red side of Kiribasov is looking too strong. Arctase and Furiox are doing their damnedest, and to be fair, they're keeping this kind of close, actually. They're going to be able to turn and burn. The beginning looked rough, but they keep themselves in the game.
That Furiox started to chunk. It was doing like 20% of the health of that Raptorus. Every chunk, it was like, bam, bam. You don't want to be hit by that fireball.
Good for him. Yeah, double Monarch. Interesting setup here, which means you have 3 Inferno units. That's pretty good. Inferno is even gonna get buffed in the next patch.
Why? No.
Because fire is getting nerfed.
Absolutely.
Maybe. I don't know. And now we're gonna see fire versus fire.
All right, take it away.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. Definitely a hard one here versus the Fernite as well. Perfect position here for the red side. Fernite is gonna stun the Furiox. The Monarch, the Arctase is gonna get taken down just when it takes to the sky. Yep. Enemy Arctase flies into the Furiox. Is gonna die. Here comes the ram fight. Does deal no damage to the enemy Ranger. And that's gonna be it for Carl here. Taking exactly 16 damage down to 0. And Fox Spirit, -1.
Oh.
Carl in 7th. He's got to be very happy about this one.
Snuck into 7th there. What a day. But you know
Small
what?
victories.
Furies is happy. The Orc is going to be really happy to scoop up all those units, all those fire units that just dropped off.
Yep.
And the Emerling Rod curse continues here for Fox Spirit. They try to look like a Scion-based kind of composition. Had almost the fully loaded Mammoth as well. Found Squiz, I believe, so early. But it just looks like, sure, they have healers. They have a tank. But just not enough firepower.
I'm sad we didn't realize Fox Spirit was that low already. Because I did not really see this in action. But yeah, Scion usually is very clutch. But now we're going to see Orc versus Nareba. Orc on a win streak. Nareba trying to make his health last a little bit longer.
So we got plenty of fire, plenty of air, and Inferno on both sides, each of them with a mixture of both. While one side's more so focus on the Fighters and Templars. The other one has a little bit of Scion Arcanite to really kind of power on through. And right now it looks like the Templar Fighters is going to be the ones prevailing. That's going to be Nariba getting knocked on down, probably onto the bubble as well, as Orc 1 continues to have a fantastic game here for Guild.
And he needed to beat Nariba. Nariba's his other competition with the Fire Boomerang, with the Arcanite. With that out of the way, he is looking in a really good position.
Yes, sir.
Got some empath chips.
Well, we're very, very quickly in this carousel. I do want to give you a breakdown of what we're seeing here on the other game currently going on here. As of this moment, Kulagast is leading this lobby with 58, followed up by Hasu, I'm a Fishy, I Nostalgy, Not Complain, Slicks, and Stygen, with Ole Gazera being the first one knocked out. In terms of composition, it's more so the Earth Rogue weapon with a handful of rogues and a handful of support with a little bit of fire on top.
All right.
To see.
Yeah, we can let's keep bringing up the second lobby of the semifinals, but yeah, for now we're gonna have our we have another PvE round.
Yep. Well, and I'd like to go over the credits real quick, which is something really interesting here. You got Orc in first place. He's actually pretty rolled down. Like he's only at 14. But compared to his teammate Slooper at 40 HP and 40 credits. Oh yeah, you're pulling up the other game too. That's awesome. I'd like to see this too. What are they rolling at? Like they're all at the same round right now. And you know, really, you don't see too many people with a lot of credits at this point. I'm a Fishy sitting at 50. Nefer sitting at 50. Okay, that's interesting. So, imagine everyone's rolling down everything they have at this point, though. This is where it gets that's a big move right here.
Yeah, especially in the first game, because usually if you roll down too fast, you run out of steam, and you're gonna have a hard time winning the lobby if you need a win. But right now, nobody really needs a win. They need a good positioning. So top 2, top 3, top 4, that's what they're looking for. Wow. Sorry.
Shout out to Town Hall that just happened the other day, though. Lots of cool information. In terms of the future of Illuvium, though, very exciting. Almost as exciting as a Sinolf immediately getting popped by a ram fight in the corner here with the Arctace with backup. That wasn't even close. Slooper going to take a massive shot. Not enough for elimination, but now they're on the bubble.
And they're one away from getting a Jotun too, so that is looking really good. Oh, I'm. You know, Guild versus Guild. Orc's like, hey, I can kill you, brother. You know, I can't have my health going down, my loss streak, my win streak going off.
Yeah, and we saw it last week as well, where Slooper and Selfless were actually like going for the same weapons and stuff like this. So they
were straight up contesting each other. It was crazy. Yep. And yet they still ended up like top 2 alive.
Right, wow, that's gonna be hard. Nefer on the bubble, and his worst nightmare came true. He's gonna go up versus Orc with the win streak, so that's gonna be tough.
Oh, Furies wants Nefer to die. He is begging Nefer to die. He needs those rogues. But this Malura could be a unit with the Hyper. We've got Slashin with the Hyper with the decent augments as well. Untargetable is gonna be key to keeping him alive. Which one will be pulling through? He's no lifesteal in his augments. This is scary for Nefer.
Yeah, especially with the slash and jumping straight into the fray. So the Ranger also blocked in, so a little bit more positioning mistake here. Malura comes out with a huge charm onto all of the main carries. Rampfight's gonna finish off the deal, doing so much damage. And the Slashin is gonna take it home. There you go. Nefer lives another day.
What was the heals that were coming off of Malura? Like, Malura had some big, like, heal jumps. I don't know what that was.
Let's check it out. Maybe we can find
Second Wind, maybe?
The culprit.
I don't see Second Wind.
No?
Nope. Oh, that it is. On takedown, heal 8% health. That's so huge.
Oh, and he got a whole bunch of takedowns.
Happened at once.
Yeah, that was so key.
And gain resistances after. It's such a good augment. That one in combination with Arctace really helped me in the Leviathan tournament recently. By the way, shout out to Leviathan tournament happening again next Monday and Tuesday. But now we're gonna see Nefer versus Furies. Rogue versus Rogue.
I mean, the scary part here for Nefer is that all their eggs are essentially in just 2 baskets. You have the Slashin, you have the Malura, but everything else is just kind of filler at this point here. And with there being no sustain, it's actually going to be Little Bro. Can they take down? They actually do end up trading 1 for 1. So the big damage here for Nefer is fallen. Now it's up to Furies, who has a little bit more of a balanced squad, including that dang Malura. It's hanging on for now, but look at the rest of the squad here for Nefer. They're actually able to turn on to this Malura. Malura versus Malura. That's not confusing at all, but that's also not a kill yet. Furies is still here.
Oh, man.
Nareva got knocked out, though, in 6th position.
Oh, boy. More fires on the board.
And some more Singes. Orc going for that Seer. That'll definitely secure his victory, and a Furiox, additional Furiox on the board.
Do you see
and
the
a
team
Monarch.
here?
He's got so much.
Do you see Slooper here? Oh my god. We got a Mammoth, we got an Umber, we got a Ripelance, we got the Sinnoh. This is gonna be crazy. Slooper is sitting at 2 HP. Let's see how he does it. His Mammoth is in the back, so all the rogues are gonna be stuck on that Mammoth for a while. Let's see how fast he can take it down. The Ripelance is doing a good job. Here comes a big taunt, though. That is gonna be huge. Slashing. Oh my god, the Mammoth just throwing all the main carries away, and that might be 20 damage here. Yes. Nefer -2. Oh my god.
Oh, you should have seen the Sin Elf beam at the beginning. It slayed 3 units, did 3k damage in like the first, like, I don't know, 5-10 seconds of the match. That was so, it just deleted a whole bunch of the rogue units, effectively eliminated all of the damage super early. Great positioning from Slooper with that Sin Elf. That was beautiful.
We do have
I thought the Mammoth was trolling. I thought they threw the Penguin to safety. I was not expecting it to pop the Penguin that badly. That was beautiful to see.
Yep, let's quickly check out the replay. I wanna see that Sin Elf laser that you talked about. For me, the MVP was the Mammoth just throwing the Malura and the Slashin away. Ooh,
there's the shot.
That's a big laser.
The one downfall of having the Gazetep with the, or not the Gazetep, but the Quinks in this instance, with the Rogue imprint as well. Sure, it came with you, but it also just lined things up perfectly for that Sin Elf.
Yuri's got knocked out too. Oh yeah, we already knew that. Did we? No, we didn't.
I think that's news to us. That's actually, yeah. So Nefer, we thought they were 5th, but no, they're actually going to end up being 4th here, which means we're down to the podium, and Slooper looks like they're the next one on the bubble.
Furies must be, yeah, Furies must be really happy. He managed to hold the top 4. That's crazy. They both had -2 also. He just must have survived just a second longer or two. Wild, just wild. Oh, but now we're going Slooper versus Karabasov. Well, potentially Slooper getting knocked out here, but his team looks crazy. He does have a huge hyper disadvantage. Karabasov has so much nature. This is not looking good in the long term with all this Verdant and Aegis.
They look like they're basically uncontested as well. Look at the Gnarl, look at the Blazonite, the Blotto. Those are huge tanks here in this one in the Blazonite. Big DPS, even though they are the Empath. But of course, we've seen it time and time again here. The Umber in the back line, but it's kind of being stuck. It kind of trapped onto the Gnarl and the Blotto of all units. So that's exactly what you want. They're going to just essentially pigeonhole this Umber for just a little bit more. That Mammoth, of course, the MVP from the other round, holding the line here with the Snolf, who's been able to free fire alongside this Umber, who's just hanging on by a thread. It is going to end up falling. The reflective damage coming up from the Blotto, but the 2 Scions plus the little Winks is going to be enough to take it down. Hyper disadvantage be damned. Slooper's still winning this one.
Crazy. 50,000 damage from the Steam Harbinger Ranger. Love to see it. There was a little Fleesh in there. Just to get 5 Scion and 8 water. Stage 1 Fleesh. Hold on to it. Here's heroes, guys.
Well, that Fleesh was important. It actually did just enough damage to kill the Adorito before it got that first heal off. That was actually super key to finishing it, because that would have been a huge heal on like some of the big tanks. But now we're going against Orc versus Slooper. Orc is going, nah, you're going down. He's got the Seer locked in. Behemoths are online. The Scoriox is online. The Monarch is online. This is a nasty fire team. I cannot fathom that this would lose. But Slooper does have a crazy team. If he can get the positioning right to kill that Scoriox, to kill the main units, we will see.
That is gonna be an interesting one. Keep your eyes on the prize here on the ram fight. Bottom right takes down the Fleesh. Now onto the Ranger, one of the most important units. Is it gonna be enough here? Yes, one shots the Ranger. Showdown is in the backline, got thrown there from the Mammoth. And yeah, everything is dead already.
Close.
8,000 damage from the Monarch. By far most damage dealt. So that was a great positioning there. It must have been on the Monarch. Let's actually watch the replay in a bit to see where it lays its fire.
I always sleep on the Monarch. I never expected to do really that much damage, and then it ends up topping the charge. And that means that that's actually a victory here for Orc 1, as Karabasov was not able to kill the Ghost. So that is going to be Orc 1 with the win. And then if we want to hop real quick, we have ourselves a final battle, actually, for the other side. Not Complain and Kulagast, both one shot away, no matter what. This is the end.
Fast. Wait, I can get here to the second game.
Oh, there it is.
There we go. Hopping right on through. So it's a little bit of the old guard versus a ton of Harbinger apparently here. Rogue, Revenant with Phantom and Vanguard. Screw it, throw them all together, why don't we? Going to be the play here for the one side here for Kulagast. Meanwhile, Water coming out in clutch here with the not the Vanguards, but with the Harbinger. So far, it's looking good for Red. Rogue's looking to go back to their old glory, but we have that Umber, and I cannot keep sleeping on the Umber. 1-on-1, that will be Curtains. That is going to be Not Complain winning the other lobby.
Wow. And what we have there, Kulagast, Hasu third, I Nostalgia fourth, so hey, the underdog seems upsetting the old guard here with Slicks, I'm a Fishy in the bottom 4. Okay.
Shout out to both of those games, literally lining up nicely like that. One
that
after
was cool,
another.
yeah. We picked the right lobby. So here a little replay from the lobby that we have been spectating. And actually the last match here. Let's check out the Monarch.
That's a good shot across the tank line.
That's pretty strong, yeah. Up to the Umber. Doesn't get another one off, but it is enough. Wow.
How is that so much damage? That like actually surprises me.
Wait, does it replay? Does it loop? We can check it out in a bit again. Let's go.
Yeah, because that was just, it was fire that hit both of the tanks. Was autoing the one on the wheel. Was it just that much?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, we need to see it again.
I'm curious if the fire actually hits the Sin Elf, because that would give it another additional unit.
Yeah, I think so. It has a big enough area of effect. So now it flies.
Autos are. Yeah.
Wow, that does more than the laser itself.
Oh, and it's hitting that wink too. What? That is such a big hitbox.
Huge area.
And I wonder why I just felt like everybody just dropped out of nowhere, because it was subtle. Like, you don't really notice it that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, like personally, a little bit of a wish list for mine. If I were to look at the Arctasis ability, I know it might turn the field, if there's a lot of Arctasis, into a little bit of visual diarrhea. But I would love to see a strip of fire that actually stays on the arena while so I can actually tell what's happening. But that is a lot going on. I can see that being maybe a processing power problem, but one can wish.
Like a Rumble or a Corky kind of thing from League.
Exactly.
Yeah. Could be a good visual cue.
Definitely.
Well, that was exciting. First match that we're spectating. Can't wait to see the next one. That was wild.
Good semifinals here. Good start off. Good kickoff to the semifinals in the IPL 1000. To remind everyone, we have $20,000 on the line. And here are the scores here for the first best of 3 in the semifinals. Tomorrow we're gonna have a checkmate format in the grand
It's still gonna be
finals.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to
I'm
tomorrow.
looking forward to that.
Yep. But yeah, we got Orc in first in his first major tournament appearance here, followed by Karabasov. No, wait. Was it Karabasov in second?
Slooper and Karabasov both died on the same round.
Yep.
So
yeah.
that was definitely doable.
True. Then Karabasov in second, then Slooper, Furies, Nefer, Nareba, Carl, and Fox Spirit. So interestingly, also here, Furies in Nefer is swapped compared to what we saw on screen. But
they were tied too, though. That was the double -2, right?
No, we saw Furies on fourth place. Because
I think
it was
you and me saw
interesting.
something else because my
Oh, really?
Yeah, you said Furies was in first and he would be happy, and I saw that Nefer on my screen was first.
Oh.
But we go with whatever the API is telling us. So yeah. So Fury's actually able to sneak in.
Yeah, and that's just
brutal that the tiebreaker goes in that fashion, but there's not much you can really do. Yeah, it sucks there for Nefer, but just the way she goes.
And what's interesting there is Nefer had the better team than Furies, so Nefer is probably super upset. He's like, I got the Rogues, I finished it, and he wasn't able to get the top 4. That's gotta be brutal. Furies just made sure that win streak at the beginning was so strong. He had the HP to survive, and then just managed to survive just a bit longer than Nefer.
And I'm also going to give the shout out here to Guild once again, kind of picking up where they left off. It was Slooper and Selfless last week. It's now Orc 1 and Slooper this week, currently both sitting in the top 4, looking to try and make a grand finals appearance here. But on the other end, a little bit of, I'd say, arguably some upsets coming on through because, like, not complain getting up there. I mean, the profile pick or the profile that was brought up earlier definitely suggests that they should be first.
Yeah, exactly.
They're leading the charge there. But like Hasu, who's kind of been hit or miss, find themselves in the top 4. iNostalgy, similar scenario, make it in there. Coolagas, it's been a little while since we saw them in a semifinal scenario, back up here in second of all things. Then I'm a Fishy, Slick, Skazera, all a bunch of like finals veterans at this point, all out of here. And Stygen is the wild card, I would honestly put into this one because they have some crazy days, like high or like low floors but high ceilings. It depends what kind of day we're going to be getting. This is normally where they tend to fall off, but you never know. There's 2 more games on the board here. Maybe this could be their day to break into what I believe would be their first grand final.
I'd also like to point out Fox Spirit being in 8th here in lobby 1. Him and Not Complain were ruling or not ruling. It was a very, very competitive one. They managed to both make top 16 or 16 points in that lobby, but him getting 8th here, Not Complain getting first in his lobby, that's a wide gap. I would feel from him. He's got to do some major changes in this next one.
Okay, I think very, very soon, game number 2 here in the best of 3 starts. And what's exciting about the best of 3, I feel like it matters a lot, right? Like, for example, who just won? We got Not Complain, right? On one side.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, we had... I'm all over the place.
It was Orc one.
Oh, yeah. So they're going to be sitting in such a comfortable position. They just need to deliver 2 more games.
Do we have any giveaways? Just curious for our viewers.
No, currently they have been stopped because as fun as they were, they have been going to the same people. Because everything that I tried to make with trivia, the best players usually also have the best game knowledge. So maybe in the future we come back with a more randomized, more viewer-oriented giveaways and raffles. But yeah, for now they have been stopped.
Nice.
What's this new guild?
Coming on through. So what's the new guild? Yes.
Dick Kings is asking. The new guild is called Guilds, and they are dominating. I'm not sure who is the leader. I would assume Slooper, because Slooper is the TFT Team Liquid coach, and he has brought over all his TFT pro players from Team Liquid, which are mostly under now the Guild tag. So we got Orc last week. We had Selfless from Guild win the IPL 500. And today it seems like Orc is coming up and stepping up the game and trying to dominate this one.
Still seems rather open, like community focused as well, though, because I've seen a handful of like longtime community members with the guild tag on them. So not only could it be like the Liquid squad with Slooper moving on over, but maybe they're taking others under their wing as well, which is going to be absolutely terrifying. I had mentioned, I think, a stream ago that I was very, very nervous, but excited to see what would happen because, of course, Slooper's the coach. And if they're the coach, it means that there's probably a team underneath them all just aiming for these big events. And so far, we've seen Selfless last week. Orca's here this week as well. We've had a handful of others also kind of starting to take their ranked ladder by storm. They are here, and they're finally starting to take over a little bit.
It's cool to see, and it's nice to hear that their community is rather open to the Illuvium community. Because if you see those guys just dominating the tournaments, people want to join, want to team up, practice with them, and learn from them. And it's cool to see that they're not closed off and open to this, because this has been one of the main reasons why so many people joined Hype. They want to be.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, they want to be with the dominant guild who is dominating the tournaments. But as of lately, that seems to be Guild. Let's see if that holds true for today. And also for tomorrow, obviously, for the grand finals.
Yeah, that's where you can see sometimes maybe who's your team loyalists and who's just kind of hopping to the bandwagon, so to speak. But at the same time, it's a whole community as a whole. Even if people have like certain teams that they're going for, a lot of times I still see that they do work together. It's not like some sort of blood feud or anything like that. So it's interesting to see as we hop into our next one here, where we do have Gazera, Stygen, I'm a Fishy, Hasu, Slicks, Coolagas, I'm Nostalgy, and Not Complain.
Super stacked lobby here already. Quickly going over the weapons, we have 2 Firefighter Boomerangs. We have 2 Ripple Flails coming from Gazera and Steigen. The 2 Boomerangs are Hasu and Slicks. Then we got 1 Vinebound Cleaver, seems uncontested at the moment, from Coolagast. We have the Air Fighter Galewind Bow from iNostalgy. Air Fighter Arrow Edge from Not Complain. And then Sylphid Blade Water Fighter coming out from I'm a Fishy.
Okay, iNostalgy, may the rolls be ever in your favor. I've never seen a composition just scream shock like this. That's a flare already here in round 5. You have the Rye. Can you get possibly like 6 fire force shock in this one? I mean, I know it got nerfed, but this is screaming to me go shock. And it's iNostalgy. They're the one who rocked it in the last or 2 tournaments ago and kind of had us in awe, even though it got nerfed.
Well, one thing to note is this is Tiger Boreal, and we're getting stage 3 augments. I want to point out one that I find really interesting. This is I'm a Fishy. He actually went with hyper suppression. He is really valuing hyper in this, and I'm curious why. He's got the water blade. What is he going to go full water? What's his intention there to value hyper? So this is gonna be really interesting. I want to see how that
understand
plays.
if you're going for fire, maybe doing that. But I'm very, very surprised from the water standpoint.
Yeah, because mostly it makes a lot of sense, right? We have the rogue player here with the rogue emblem, with the rogue matrix. We have Bloodthirst, just flat Omnivamp, always really good with most teams in general. Second Wind, definitely a favorite. I think the most overpowered augment in the game. Combat Rhythm here coming out from iNostalgy. Energizer from Slick, so he seems to be going for a lot of casts, which is a little bit unusual for Strike Boomerang, but could be good in combination with your ability stuns the enemies, for example, on the Ranger. Threefold power from Guzera, looking forward that slash, maybe a right plant. What else we got? Veteran's Might, tier 4 units. Gained attack damage and Omnivamp from Not Complain, so maybe going for either Scoriox, Blaze Knight, or the Behemoths. Yeah,
or they're willing to commit to these so soon.
Umber, yeah, there's a lot of tier 4 that can be a win condition.
I'm so surprised that they're willing to commit to this so soon.
Yeah, you basically play without a stage 3 augment till very late in the game. That's also usually the case with the tier 5 drone augments. You can always never pick it early game because you're gonna be so far behind in power level.
Well, and the crazy thing is that Not Complain is in first, and he's on a win streak. His economy is at 34, 38. He knows how to play this game. This is why he's rank 1 in the leaderboard. Let's see if he's able to hold it. I want to see how he plays it. That's crazy.
Yeah, let's follow him along and see how he does it.
I imagine he's going straight for Behemoths. Arrow Edge with Behemoth is just busted. So if he can make that work, it's going to be huge. And he got a fighter chip already, too. That's a benefit. Really curious here. One that we didn't point out also, just to talk about, it was Coolagast. He actually got the Rogue chip plus an item. Which one was it? The Precise Force Reactor, I think. So he's pushing rogues pretty hard, and I'm curious if he ends up being able to use that rogue chip on something really valuable, because I think that's I would not pick that augment generally. I think there's just too many other good ones to go for an emblem.
I mean, Coolagast is another one of those players that love their rogues here, so they're going to be right at home. Maybe that extra little bit of crit chance or something might assist, but at the same time, 9 times out of 10, I'd absolutely agree with what you're saying. There's just so many other items and augments that you can go for.
And now we have first versus last with Not Complain, Not Coolagast battling it out. What's Coolagast's economy? Coolagast is also sitting at 38, so he's 10 behind I'm a Fishy. And Not Complain is at 38 as well.
Yeah, with this early binding, on this early binding here to the Kukulus, this is going to allow for some very, very fast Templar, even though that Railu doesn't necessarily have any items or augments on top of it. That plus the rest of the squad, and I think even being maybe a level ahead in this instance. Oh no, that was the same level. Just absolutely rolled that fight.
Oh, you were watching I nostalgia.
Did you watch Not Complain? Because he just lost a round.
Yep, he did end up losing to Coolagast. So 8th place managed to beat 1st place, and they're the same economy. Okay. So that rogue chip meant the difference. Obviously, Not Complain has his useless augment right now because he doesn't have any tier 4 units. So that was, I'd say that was an augment diff that made the difference there. But yeah, do we want to keep watching Coolagast? What are we watching?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here
Not Complain versus Guzera here. Top first versus second. We're gonna see how that goes. The 2 Lynx is still active, but Lynx is being heavily focused here on the left side and goes down, which is terrible here for a green team, but it still looks pretty hopeful. As the other Lynx goes down and the main tank in the middle, it is looking dire. Ranger versus Ranger. Hyperactive. Arrow Edge here might be able to take down the Lynx. Is it gonna be enough? Berserker versus tank. Yes, Berserker takes him down. Guzera takes a hit.
A close one, though, all things considered.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not Complain. How much? Not Complain sitting at 44. He must have had to roll a good amount for that. Oh, he also has 2 Riptors. I'm just trying to understand his economy. Yeah, Coolagast with 60. I'm a Fishy already at 70, and it is round 10. So you're going to get round 10. You could be sitting already at 70 and looking pretty good. And it's going to be interesting.
A little bit of a hype battle here for this next one. Of course, the Fighter Berserkers coming on through versus Slicks, maybe a similar nature coming on through. But they do have a little Fern in the background for a little bit of extra damage from afar. As of right now, it's actually looking not too bad here for Slicks, as the rest of the units end up focusing down each of Not Complain's units one after another, taking them off the board. A very, very clean win coming out here from Slicks.
Yeah, Slicks is level 6, and his augment is actually giving him some help. Clearly that Not Complain shouldn't have a chance to win that. Slicks is also managing to be 10 above Not Complain on economy as well. Looking good for Slicks at the moment. In general, what are the levels? We have a lot of level 6s coming out. Well, half. Half of them are at 6, half of them are at 5 right here, round 11.
right.
Nostalgia does have shock if they want it. It's right there. They found the squiz at level 6. Really low percent chance of finding that one. Is that what they end up pairing themselves up with? It does look like that's actually going to be the case. 6 air, 2 shock, 2 fire. So this is the tankier variant of the shock style instead of having the firepower from, well, tons of fire. And what we're seeing, just the shock is in perfect position. Of course, now targeting the furthest units away from the shock units, able to just take out the back line nice and quick. So it's just a matter of dismantling that front line.
Squiz 3000 damage. Same as the ranger on the other side, but then the second damage dealer on the other side has 700. So
just completely shut down. My goodness.
Yep. All right. Nostalgia on a win streak. Slicks on a win streak right here. What is he playing? We got 5 fighters, 2 empaths. Very classic team, and with stage 1 Illuvials as well. So should we have a quick check on over to the second game?
Actually, if I could point out, we have a weapon swap here. Not Complain got rid of his air blade and went into the competitive strike boomerang. Very interesting here. He actually values that over everything else. Right. I can't understand that.
We'll check it out in a second. Let's quickly go over the top 8 players in the other lobby. If you could, Silent.
Absolutely. As of right now, someone who definitely needs to be a little bit of a bounce back from game number 1 was Fox Spirit. And right now, they've got the Rogue, they've got the Verdant Vanguard all set up, and they are leading the lobby. Short to follow is going to be Nariba with a Arcanite Fire style. Carl short to follow with what looks like Fighter Berserker, with maybe a touch of mud. Orc, of course, the winner from the last game, with plenty of fire, looking like they're maybe setting up for Fire Arcanite, but they have at least the Inferno. Slooper next to follow with a little bit of a mixture, more so based towards fighters. Nefer looking like they're going towards water alongside Kiribasov. They're both battling each other for the same units, and it's not going their way. And then last but not least here is Fury Hype. The Emberling Rod Curse continues. They are at the bottom of the barrel.
All right.
And also there was a second weapon switch too. I'm a Fishy switched to the Shadow Maul as well. I don't even remember which weapon he had.
Oh yeah.
But he now has the Shadow Maul. That's so cool. I love weapon switches. I want to see if either of those actually pan out to win, because I don't think we've seen them ever get a top 4 when you do a weapon switch. But not Complain. Obviously, being able to place first last game and being the top player in ranked. I wonder if that's the key thing. He's just like, no, you got to go Fire Boomerang, you win games. That's it.
Yeah, and he has the team.
Earth Mystic?
Yeah, that's what
maybe. And Not Complain has the team, right? He has 6 fire units, so he's looking pretty good. Let's actually check him out and see how he does it, since he is #1 ranked player right now. I want to see the magic happen, and it's gonna be fire versus fire here.
Instead of Arcanite, it's Berserker. Okay.
For both of the players. Both have Inferno active.
Oh
no.
And he just got his tier 4 units in also, so now he's actually using his augment here properly.
Oh, the Jokel's gonna go nuts, isn't it?
Jokel is gonna destroy, but it's all up to positioning as well. Jokel is positioned to maybe attack the rogues when they jump in, or the Lynx. It's gonna be the Lynx here in the front line. Is gonna get not even a stun out. Lynx instantly falls. Jokel now into the back line, gets targeted though, so falls very shortly, but the Arte's damage would have been enough if there wasn't the Furiox and the Ranger Arcanite doing so much damage in the back line.
Good God, that Furiox is going to be terrifying. 2 Hyperforce reactors, and it was just a Gatling gun already. Oh, that's so nasty. Hasu is going to be in a good spot there, I think.
Yeah, Hasu's doing the meme here. Just how many times have you turned your Furiox into a machine gun? Yes, every time I can, because it's just so satisfying watching it absolutely pop off. God forbid later on they end up finding the one augment that does percent health damage. That will be absolutely ridiculous as well to deal with tankier targets, but even right now, looking nice and pretty.
Quickly here, checking out both lobbies economy.
Oh, yeah. The battle between these fire boomerang users is going to be really interesting.
Absolutely. And then similar situation here on the other lobby. I'm going to be slowly but surely kind of keeping my eye on. It's not the boomerang, but it's actually the Aqua Blaster. They're both competing still for the exact same reveals.
Hasu at 17, not complain at 32. And then we also have Slicks. Slicks is at 8. Slicks has dumped for his units, but he's actually doing a whole different weapon. He's just going, I think, fighter. Oh, it's Steam Rake. Interesting.
All right, as we got not complain versus.
He didn't necessarily work out so well here for not complain in the last one. Let's see if this one will be the difference maker. Of course, that beautiful looking Jokel off onto the right-hand side with the little Rye trying to give it a little bit of an escort, but look at this. It's just like running into a brick wall. Not only are the Mystics just holding the line, you've got the hyper advantage used against you. That is a beautiful little carpet bomb coming out there from that Arctace. But there is just too many damn units.
No. That's it.
You know
5 Earth. Killing the 6 air easily.
And you want to know something crazy? Look at I'm a Fishy's economy. He is sitting at over 70 now after that round just ended there. So he is doing really well with economy. Even though he's at 46, he's coasting. The Mystic units will be mostly there's no competition. He could have the crazy swing back with this Mystic team if it can hold.
Yeah, he needs to stabilize right now.
Really
he needs to get to level 7. Need to get to level 8. We'll see how that happens. All right, we're gonna see Amafishy versus Steigen here. The bottom feeder. No, not the bottom feeders. The bottom contenders here with the least health at the moment. Are they able to bring it back? We see the Rake again, the main player here for the red side, versus a lot of main players on the green side. We got the Monk here now taking over in the front line. We got the back line with the Quinks, the Ador, both hyperactive. Just casting so much, are gonna be almost able to take down the Axon. It's gonna get one more shield out, and that's gonna be it. Surely the red side is gonna break this little clump here, but those empaths are looking dangerous later on in the game.
Yeah, but Steam is a good counter to that Mystics right now because it just starts to gain damage amp over time. Definitely gonna help them grow. One team that Amafishy doesn't want to fight against. Because I don't think we have too many others that scale too crazy. I mean, even Hasu with his scaling Furiox could struggle against that because the Earth can really mitigate a lot of that damage from a Furiox.
All right, quick look over to game number 2 as we are in a PvE round. We got Nareba dethroning Fox Spirit. Those two are sitting in the top. Then we got Orc doing really well again at 70 HP. And then we got a big jump down to Slooper with 50, Carl at 47, Nefer 47. Everybody very close together still. And
interesting to see Furies and Karabasov at the bottom since they got second and third. Third. Yeah, was it third?
Second and third.
They were in the top
third or
4.
fourth, one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see if they need to have a comeback or they can start losing their position quite a bit there.
Yeah, but we are back to life and we're gonna follow Amafishy. He's gonna go versus Hasu right here. The corner comp with the Furiox. Fighter gives you extra attack speed plus double stacking attack speed. And yeah, that's gonna be a hard one to break, but if anyone can break it, it's this Goliath shooting into the back line. It's the heal, the sustain, and especially the Earth units going hyperactive versus the fighters right here.
Granted, it's going to buy him a good amount of time, too. Hopefully a lot of Earth mitigation, return damage from the 7 Earth. And we decided to go for Bloom instead of 3 Granite, too.
You'll see if the longer this game goes, the Bloom will give benefits, but will it be enough to break through this bunker? The Variox, as of right now, knocked down to about half. The Charm's going to try and pull it up, but it actually pulls it away from the Malura's Charm, so it's going to be able to turn and burn, or the Allura, it does end up going down. Tianti's going to try and help break the front line here. The Forest is going to end up falling, but so far Variox is holding, not anymore. It's down to just the Ranger, and as the Tianti missiles come flying on through, that is going to be a big hit here for Hasu. I'm a fishy hanging on.
Yeah, that return fire, that earth, it hits back. And I think most of that damage came to that Furiox from it just killing itself. It just can't do enough burst damage to get through that mitigation. The heals were good from that Adorito. Really interesting.
Broke everybody is except Gazera. This is brutal. Sorry to cut you off, but...
No, that's a great point. 92. What's he doing sitting on 92? He must be waiting for everyone just to buy all these other units. Is he uncontested? So he's just like, yeah, everyone, you buy up your units, empty the pool for me. Or maybe he's waiting
exactly it.
Maybe waiting for Stegan to die. Here we go.
All right, let's see it. We got Nostalgia versus Amafishi, and in the back line, the Lulura is sitting very comfortably, but it's all about the squeeze. If you can target that one, it's going to do so much damage sooner or later. Showdown trying to take down the Gorilla is going to be able to. But the front line for the green side looks still so strong with the Forest here. Hyper active, doing so much damage. Almost as much as the Furiox, who is popping off right now. And it's going to be a close one. Can the Forest hold on? Can the Forest heal up again? Here comes a big charm, which is going to seal the deal. And it's going to take down iNostalgia to 39 HP.
I wanted to see how much
on that Forest.
How much Bloom healed on those units there. I think that was a big thing that kept that Forest alive, because the Forest was getting pretty low there a couple times. And just getting that heals sustained over time. Really, really important. Getting the 2 floods on the field here. Going for that geyser, not too far away. Against the rogue army, though. Will this be able to burst down all these mystics?
It's going to be a tough task, but there's not much else anybody can do, because they basically have blown everything in the tank in regards to their credits. They have to fight with what they have, even if that means 2 floods are on the field just kind of sitting there. But let's take a look at these rogues. Here comes Rampy to the skies, going to end up blowing up the Tianti, but Goliath is holding pretty strongly here, really distracting 2, maybe 3 of the Alluvials here on Kulagast's side. But one of them that isn't being distracted right now is that damn Penguin. The Stabbin is slashing away here onto that flood, takes it down. Now it is onto the tanky members, and with there being next to no damage really left here on the green side, I don't see them being able to do this unless they can somehow chip away at this Penguin, which is still full health inside the Verdant Puddle, exactly where it likes to be, even though it's a water type.
Hey, if you could get a recording of that, I want to point out something cool. Or actually, we could still look at it right here. The way that this Forest is set up right behind the Apon, or was in that corner, it was really cool. That's a really interesting positioning, because the Forest actually sniped all the way across the line of rogues. And if the Forest could have survived, it would have worked out really well. Just a really cool positioning thing that I haven't seen yet. Just making sure that Forest is in the corner locked, and then it shoots. Such a cool positioning.
Yeah, and it did so much damage, 9,000, but then in the end the Rogue got the best of it. But yeah, that was genius. As we see now, the Sinalf on the other side, targeting here the TNT, which is Granite. So definitely getting good use out of the Granite here. Backline
1, 2, 3, 4
is looking all right. Here comes the laser. Only hits the flood, no problem. But the Forest, the main player here for the green side, is taken down, which means red side is in a big advantage. Can green do something to get out of this? Here comes the heal from the Adorado. It's not gonna be enough. Slowly but surely, very similar to the game before, to the match before. Green is just running out of steam, losing its main units, and then dwindling down, surely, but ever so slowly. And that's gonna be another loss here for Amafishi, going maybe down to 2 health points, I would assume. 3. There we go.
Good call. Yeah, and actually that laser did hit 4 units at the beginning. It hit the Forest, I think. And so it was sniping 4-3. The Forest actually had a really weird interaction there. Came walking across. Really unfortunate. Stegen also got knocked out.
One. I was just about to say, we did lose our first player here in this lobby. Stegen does end up falling. And with that forest, I'm not sure if any of you have like run into this problem. I suck with fighters to begin with, but forest in particular, I find that trying to position it is so weird because it's so fast naturally, even without augments, that it gets itself into danger because it's too quick. Like in that one, it literally just ran directly in front of the Sinolf, and there's, well, not much you can do about that.
Yeah. Do we want to look at game 2? Curious how they're playing over there.
Yes, sir. Let's check it out.
Over here on the other side, still going to be Fox Spirit up top here with 57. Orc 1 having another fantastic game here so far in second. Fury Hype short to follow alongside Olaze Nariba. Nefer is still hanging on as well here in 5th at 34. Slooper having a rough one here, 6th currently. Carl the Phantom is down in 7th, and our only elimination so far is Karabasov. I'm kind of jinxed Carl. Paz, I am so sorry. They're out in 7th.
Oh no. That's all right. They're doing great here in the semifinals. It's so cool to just see all these players reach top 16, which is such a hard feat in the IPL 1000. The biggest tournament. Everybody is out here giving their best. So big shout out to all the players making it this far.
We have some massive roll downs happening on our game currently. We got a Geyser on for 3 Mystic. I don't think he's going to get the Adorius, so yeah, he's just repositioning. He's going against Not Complain. Not Complain managed to get the Furiox in here and a ramp fight. That's going to be some big power spikes for him as well. Let's see who takes this victory.
Granite is tanking in the front line. Let's see how long this Ranger can hold on. I think it might be forever. And it needs to, because as soon as it stops, Forus and the Monkey here are going to be the next targets. Ramfight is going to be on the Gaze here, easily taking him down with the help of Artes. But here on the green side, everybody was already going to the backline, but then they turned around, went down to the Ramfight. Now Forus again has its eyes on the prize as it takes down the corner and seals the deal here for Amafishi and Not Complain, giving Amafishi one more turn to make the dream happen, to come back with 3 HP.
Yeah, I mean, they did the weapon swap, and I'm not sure it's panning out for them. Like, both of them are in the 7th and, 6th. Will they be able to pull this back? I'm not confident. But here we go. We basically get a repeat, but I'm officially now going against that nasty Furiox with the double Hyperforce Reactor with the fighter chip. And does Hasu have 7 fighter? No, just 5. But that's going to be pretty gross. Well, we haven't looked at augments for a second. He's got second wind. More lightning at speed. This Furiox is going to be peppering away.
Oh my.
But it should just kill itself on the granite, just like in the last match.
Well, it's very possible. Could be a scary scenario here for Hasu. And real quick, just going to sneak it in here while I can. Absolutely. This is live to King's Daughter. He's not lying to you. We are live here with this battle for the IPL 1000. Let's see if this granite stun coming out here from this Alliance can come and clutch. It needs to knock out that Furiox. It's actually going to go the opposite direction, right into the Arctase, where the Greater Monkir is actually trying to deal with it. Finally, the Arctase is going to fly on through. That is directly across all the green members, or at least the tanky ones. But similar to what you were saying there, Caveman, there's too much to go through, and they essentially just knock themselves out hitting the granite.
Yeah, shout out to Rich's daughter here. Do you have a favorite Illuvial, Rich's daughter? We can zoom in and show it off. We haven't shown off the beautiful artwork today. These Illuvials, that would be a good time.
Nostalgia sitting on 3 HP as well. Could get knocked out here as going against Hasu. Oh, I don't think Nostalgia is going to make that. I think Amafishi has a good chance of surviving, but Nostalgia is going to be tough.
This is gonna be tough. Hasu versus iNostalgia in the backline. The ramp fight. Let's see how much damage he can do in the front line here. We already see everything is melting away. There's no sustain, just damage in both sides of the team. And the main damage dealer here is definitely the Furiox, backed up by all the others. And this was a destruction. iNostalgia falls to Hasu's Inferno fire team in just seconds.
It's a very...
style is... Well, sorry. Of course, the air style they're coming out there from my Nostalgia. In theory, you're just dodging so much, but I don't know where it came from. That Variox had true sight on top of all of that. And yeah, it's just going to melt everything. If the Ranger was giving that to him, that was fantastic.
No, you guys just missed the saddest loss from I'm a Fishy. Oh, I went back to him after a nostalgia, and I'm a Fishy was doing great. He was chunking through, and all that was left was one stabbing, and he managed to chunk through 4 units on his own because the forest was already dead. Really, really sad to see I'm a Fishy go down there. Oh, he was only he was 2 Adors away from Adorius, and that would have been easily a top 4.
Big shout out to him though, bringing this not so meta composition and making a top 5 with it, almost going further. But yeah, now we're gonna watch Slicks versus Coolagast. We haven't seen those players very much yet. Let's see how it goes. The Rogues versus the Fires.
Yeah, so far Slicks looking not too bad. They focus down this ramp fight before it even gets the chance to cast. Big plays coming out there from the Fernite as well as the Variox. But can it keep away from the Penguin and the Ranger? Looks like they're going to be able to do so. The Verdant Puddle ain't going to do squat when you have all those units firing at you. Big win here for Slicks.
And Hasu taken down by Guzera.
Oh, exactly, too.
Down to 0 points.
Oh, we got our podium. And 2 of the 3 had a terrible game 1. So this is incredible.
Coolagast also just finishing that slash, and that should be a huge power spike. Even though that last game was super close, this is going to make the difference for sure.
She likes the Fox most. I believe Fox is the Quinks, right? What a beautiful Illuvial. We have another one here. Gasotep in the fire right now. Trying to sustain. Doesn't do it. Do we have another Fox?
But no, the closest thing else I'd probably say is like Rye, but it's more of a red panda, right? So
yeah, that's a panda.
Oh,
that's for sure. No, I think it's this beauty right here. Also one of my favorite Illuvials.
I like to think the Rye is just a very, very motivated fox. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, next game is going to be Coolagast versus Guzera, the live game. They're fighting for their top spot. Top 3 players now locked in and giving their best here.
Guzera just finished a Bellado online, a Blazonite online in 1 round. That's going to be really tough. Malura online for Coolagast. Everyone's ramping up to their final builds. Coolagast has to win this or he will get knocked out. I'm looking at the Sinelf. I'm trying to predict the laser. I think it's in a pretty good spot here, but he's going to probably do a last-second adjustment. He's trying to snipe the slash in if he can. Oh, keeping it over there. It's going to be taking some hits from the Quinks.
That's going to be interesting. We see the ramp fight go up into the air. The Riplands is now on the slash in, and it's dealing fast with it, stinging it down. Ramp fight one more time, doesn't get it. And the last unit alive is the Quinks, holding up the flag for the green team. But it's not going to be enough, and with that, Coolagast is going to go out in 3rd position. Guzera and Slicks are going to battle it out for the 1st spot.
That's Sinelf. It's got such a fast early burst, and it killed 2 units right off the back. The Artes, it blew out of the air, and the Revo didn't get its cast either, so that was 2 units gone right at the start. Really rough. Ryeplants was able to finish out that slashing.
I mean, a good position here for Coolagast, though. Finishing 3rd in this one. They finished 2nd in the last game, so they are on an absolute roll here. Probably the most consistent player of the lobby as of this moment. So they're going to likely be sitting pretty. We'll see, of course, all the scores and whatnot in just a moment, or not just a moment, but in a little bit later after the game is done. But here we go, our final 2 players. We got Slicks, we've got Guzera. This will be a good one.
Oh my gosh, look, Guzera still has 92 MP, whereas Slicks has rolled down. He's only at 5. What is Guzera's like, the game's over. I don't even need to do money.
All right, so no matter what happens, Guzera is in a good position right here because he cannot lose this. And he has so much mastery points left. Big Synapse Laser coming out. Doesn't kill anything though. Ramp fight here doesn't do a crazy job either. And it's all about that Ryeplants, which will be taken down in the end. And the red team here takes a big win, a big victory here for Slicks. Leveling out the playing field, 21 health versus 20 health. And now we're going to see a big roll down from Guzera.
What's he going for? Rogues trying to get a rake online? Yeah, he's going for
something
rake.
to deal with that back line. It was a straight up firing squad, uncontested.
90 gold roll down. Only 10 seconds remaining.
I think he's just going to slam level last second and then throw in the rake, and that's all.
Not a bad idea for what could potentially be our final battle here into this one. Guzera versus Slicks. Slicks, I mean, they've been trying to get themselves back onto the top step for a good while. This would be a fantastic way to do so. And as of right now, it's not looking too bad, but look at that rake in the back line. It is messing with the Furiox, but it has been targeted. And that distraction was just enough, I think, to get the job done here. Slicks, is this going to be enough to eliminate? It was a rather convincing loss, but that was a good one nonetheless here for this green side. And sure enough, this is going to end up being the win here for Ole's Guzera.
GG's. Nice. Well played.
Sneaky play. And what was important was the Ranger had the augment where it teleports over for the first few seconds of the battle. And he had the Rake assist so they could kill off the enemy Ranger. That boomerang, he had to cut that DPS down. And they were able to kill that Ranger off quickly, reducing DPS basically by half. Because the Ranger does just as much damage as that Furiox. And then the Rake helping take down the Furiox. Super key. Great final play. Way to keep his economy super stable the entire time. Just wild to see that was his choice.
And I believe second game is finished as well.
It is. I do have the lobby here.
Okay.
And it is going to be the curse broken in a way I did not expect. It's actually going to be one of our rogue experts, Fury Hype, with the Emberling Rod, going for a heavy Scion Invoker kind of style, winning this lobby with Fuck Spirit short to follow with a heavy rogue squad. Orc 1, another fantastic game there for them with the classic Fire Inferno. We do have Nariba rounding up our top 4 as well. Scoriox based Arcanite build. Nefer 5th once again here going for water. Slooper going to fall in 6th, this time with a little bit of a fighter mixed bag. Carl did end up falling here from Team Phantom in 7th with a little bit of a mixture towards a Rake. And Karabasov was also fighting Nefer for water, and it did not necessarily go in their favor, and that'll be an 8th place finish there for them.
All right. 2 games in the basket. We're looking towards our 3rd game in the best of 3 semifinals here in the IPL 1000. 20,000 bucks on the line. I need to remind everyone, this is the biggest tournament in Illuvium until we're going to go into the World Championship finals in December, where there's going to be 150,000 bucks on the line. There is still discussions going on if it's going to be maybe an in-person tournament. Which would mean it will be delayed a little bit, just to prepare people that this could be a possibility. I think it's more likely that it's going to be online, but never say never, and we're going to keep you updated as soon as a decision has been made. And we'll let you know all about this if there is any news around it.
Definitely would be exciting. We'd have all of us jet lagged together instead of just a couple of us.
Yes.
But no, it'd be an absolute fun time. Absolutely, if it does go in person. And of course, if it is online, that is still fantastic. I'm still extremely happy that the Illuvium Pro League is a thing and having our World Championships. But it is up to you guys here. Are we hopping on break, or would you like to maybe take a look at some of these scores?
I would say let's do both. Let's check out the scores first, and then jump into a quick 3-minute break before we jump into the final game here with the IPL 1000 semifinals. What we got here?
So I'm going to do this a little bit backwards. So let's go with the lobby, of course, we just took a look at here. Kulagas, as I thought, they're actually in a very respectable and borderline dominating position here with us, I think a 2nd and a 3rd, doing fantastic and putting themselves in a great spot to make it out of this lobby into a grand finals. Hasu, similar scenario here in 2nd place, just 2 rather solid games. Not complain, of course, a fantastic first game, rather rough second one. And then the reverse here for Slicks, as of right now, holding the line here in 4th spot for maybe their first attempt at a grand finals in a long, long time. If they can hold this with the 10 points, currently tied with Not Complain, with Ole Gazera knocking at the door, 1 point behind. Nostalgia, Yamafishi, and Steigen also then following the rest of the lobby. Quickly hopping over to the lobby 1 as well. It's going to still be the Guild squad just leading the charge. Orc is in a rather solid position compared to the 5th place spot. So that's a nice little gap there for them. Fury Hype in 2nd, Slooper in 3rd, Fox Spirit with currently, is that a 4-player tiebreaker?
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Moving on spot for the move on spot. That is actually incredible. And then unfortunately here for Carl, they're rounding up the lobby and last.
I think we have to watch Lobby 1, right? Like, that's going to be pretty crazy. They're all going to be fighting for literally just a point difference on each other.
For the sake of like the actual like moving on into grand finals portion, that is easily the most hotly contested lobby. Like lobby 2 in like the winner of lobby 2 like can still be up for grabs, but in terms of who's moving on, I mean both lobbies are good. I'm torn.
I also want to see some more of Orc and Slooper. Like these guys I haven't seen play too much, so I want to see what they're made of. How are they competing so well?
Yes, I agree. We have a 4-way tiebreaker here for 4th position, and then 3rd place is 9 points. I think definitely lobby number 1 is gonna be super crazy. Anything can really happen at this point. Carl needs to probably win the lobby to make it happen, but yeah.
Needs to win the lobby and then everybody else just have an absolute potato of a game. Like it's it's not impossible, but that is quite a significant gap still. And of course, I'll still be able to give you the insight on lobby 2. I'm still curious on a couple of these players, but yeah, the fact we have such a crazy 4-player tiebreaker with Slooper only 1 point ahead on that as well is, I think, too good to pass up on.
Yes, sir.
Optimally, can lobby 1 please be Crimson Wastes and lobby 2 please be Brightland Steps?
That would be great. All right, guys, we're gonna go
please
onto a 2-minute break, and we're gonna be right back with game number 3 here in the IPL 1000 semifinals. right, we are back and the players just loaded into the game. We're gonna do the same and gonna join them right now for the final game of the semifinals today. I'm so excited for the grand finals tomorrow, man. I can't wait.
I mean, $7,000 for first place gets me pumped just watching that. Like, oh, let's go. I can't imagine whoever makes, top 8 today, they can't, like, being able to, like, sleep is going to be hard. Just dreaming about winning $7,000 just got to feel so good.
Yeah, and how do you do it? Like, do you not focus on it, or do you, like, maybe take a few hours tomorrow to practice and scout the other players? Like, that must be really hard, the preparation. Like, either you fully recover or you practice in between.
I mean, the best scenario, at least from like my past experiences, is that you want to try and get like the best possible rest, because a lot of people do end up just like grinding and thinking that because they're grinding and just like practicing a ton that they're going to all of a sudden be like an absolute like legend the next day. But firsthand, trying to compete while exhausted is absolutely brutal. But at the same time, if you try to go to bed early, you're so nervous because you're thinking about it. So it's a lose-lose. You're never going to find the perfect option. Everybody has their different ways of dealing with it. But it definitely ends up being a lack of sleep for everybody involved.
Yeah, I think definitely both can help you, but there is a priority list. And exhaustion kills everything else that you kind of put into it. So first off, you got to be well rested, and if then you have extra time on your hands, sure, do prepare yourself, but don't sacrifice sleep for it. I think that's a lose-lose.
Yeah, don't sacrifice your sleep. Don't get a massive takeout order of like the crappiest food that you can find. No, be good. Wait till tomorrow to celebrate.
Yes, sir. All right, looking quickly at the weapons here, we got the Aqua Blaster for Nefer and Carl with the Gale Wind Bow here. Those two are sitting comfortably at 98 health. Then we got Slooper on 97 with the Strike Boomerang, followed by Karabasov with the Strike Boomerang. Then we have the Sylphid Blade Water Fighter on Fox Spirit, Emberling Rod on Furies, Emberling Rod on Nareba. It's a good day to be an Emberling Rod fan. And then we have Quake Maulers from Orc.
I'd like to go over economy. I'll go with economy real quick. So we got Furies and Fox sitting at 50, and I've noticed each round that Fox has been above the rest of the lobby pretty much, getting an extra credit. So he's probably the highest in general economy right here. We're going to see if that pays out because he is in 6th right now, taking some hits. But 88 HP already almost going to be popping. He's probably at 60 right now. There it is. Yeah, 61. So one more round after this PvE, he's already hitting 70. He can start to play with his economy really well.
Wow. That's
Curious
so fast.
if that plays in.
Yeah, we are in Halcyon Sea, so you gain 3 additional credits each round. That's why these players are able to get to 70 so fast. And then it's all about how do you use it, because once you are at 70, you don't, like, saving up more than 70 is not helping you at all. So usually you want to bring that to the board, but you need to have a good strategy.
I'm really curious if people are just going to start slamming levels. Actually, we already see some. Karabasov and Slooper already at level 5. That must be why they're a little bit lower. Slooper's at 61. Karabasov's at 72. So Slooper lost 1 credit there, just getting that level 5 early. Oh, and now there's actually a couple people at 5. So yeah, early level 5s on Halcyon Sea.
And I know, at least personally, when you're above 70 in a round like this, where you're just constantly being spoiled with credits, like, I won't even necessarily want to roll, but I'll keep just spending the credits on to my level up to having 70. Because one, I'm just indecisive and I suck at making decisions. But I'd rather just buy more time and have more things on the board. Just keep gaining the interest, but at the same time, keep trying to get that leveled up higher. Find maybe some of these crazier Illuvials that normally we don't necessarily get to see until the super, super late game.
It's definitely a strategy you could do in this game mode. I'm curious to see, will we start seeing people already hit level 6? Oh, and we do. Nefer already level 6. Boom. Call. I was like, all right, there's got to be some value in just going straight for those tier 4 Illuvials right off the back. And with his weapon, though, I'm scared for him. Is he just going straight for Steam, like a Dulef Umber kind of thing? Well, we'll see from Nefer.
Even last week, the Umber or the Rake was an extremely contested unit. So maybe trying to get the head start here to secure that, especially having the Aqua Blaster like you had mentioned there, that's just screaming, go Steam. And if you can somehow secure a very, very early Rake or a very, very early Umber, you might run away with the lobby, and Never needs a game like that to get themselves in this tournament.
And I mean, he's winning streaking right now. He's only lost 1 round, 2 HP, looking good, and I don't even understand how it's doing well. Like, what is he building? He's just got like
it doesn't look fancy.
A variety of units. He's got this Grilla. What's this Grilla doing here? 3 Bulwark.
Squirtbug just showed up.
Let's see.
Let's see how it's gonna go down. He's gonna go versus Fox Spirit, so water versus water. But there is not so many water units yet, except for the Ranger, and it's a very balanced fight so far, but this Forus is just a menace, doing so much damage. Early tier 5 unit, stacking up Omnivamp and attack damage as well with the combat rhythm. And finally arriving into the backline. It was closer than expected, but it was enough.
Flish actually did a significant amount of damage with this beam. It was chunking. Took like almost the entire bar of that foe.
That foe's it's just a little guy, but yet it led the lobby in damage there with just 1 Occupant compared to the Greater Monkier that was standing right next to it. Crazy little Birdo.
I see Klaus in the YouTube chat asking, who can gift me some Illuvium in my wallet? That's not what we do right here, but you can gift yourself some Illuvium by playing it. It's free to play on the Epic Games Store. You can download it today, register for free on the homepage illuvium.io, and start playing today. What you see right here is completely free to play. It's a classic auto battler game with the IPL and a lot of money on the line if you are a good player. And also a little bit of money on the line just if you compete and get a bit lucky in giveaways and stuff like this.
Absolutely, always a fun time, and I love that timing of that shoutout as your 2 teammates unfortunately have to battle each other out and knock each other down a peg here, but
well, all goes according to plan, because Carl stays on the win streak and Nefer lost it already. So I love to see it. Carl, such a cool guy. I really like. It was one of the first players we onboarded to the Phantom Guild, and he has been consistently playing over the last 3 years, I think, or at least 2 years. And yeah, always up there, but hasn't made a grand finals yet. So I'm definitely rooting for him, and hope he can finally make it into an IPL top 8, especially now in the IPL 1000 when it counts the most.
They're always right there too. I always see them within like quarters or semis or something like that. It's just a matter of time, and I do know like they do need a little bit of a miracle here in terms of winning the lobby and then having the rest of the lobby fall a certain way. But they're doing exactly what they can right now, setting themselves up with rather decent air teams, a little bit of fighter backups.
We've got some interesting things happening at the bottom of the with Furies and Nariba, I'd like to point out. Furies just finished his stoic Terra Lynx.
Hello, beautiful.
Looking beautiful, and he's 1 away from getting the Axodon. Already got an Alpheon to standby. He's got the Emberling Rod. I see a really nasty, Invoker or Harbinger comp coming out that could be really, really interesting to see him pulling through. And then Nariba also looking quite well. Or not looking well, but he was also fighting for the Axon. He had more Atlases earlier, and they disappeared.
All right, we have a PvE round. Should we quickly check over to the other lobby, see how they're doing?
Absolutely could.
Or maybe in the next PvE round. Because I don't see the other stream right now.
Oh, did it DC? My bad. Let me fix that.
That's okay. Let's do it later. You know, I'm not colorblind, right? It's all red here when I press tab. It's very fire dominant, it feels like.
Sheesh.
At least,
Yeah,
well,
there's all red and there's
Carabuster.
like no water either.
Yep.
Or very little. The water is in the form of tanks. With the exception of Nariba that does have the tiny little Alfie, but it's not augmented right now, so it's not necessarily going to be that threatening. I mean, Orc, as a part of Rogues, of course, is going to have that slashing and a couple of moments as stabbing currently. So they are there, but it's definitely not a full water committal like we've seen in the last couple games.
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that Fox Spirit going for Mud. Got the Exalted Apon online. He's got the Monkey already. He's got the Fighter
Got
Blade.
a Forest.
Got a Forest.
With
What?
level 5. Oh, that's criminal. That's like a few percentage chance of getting that. That is crazy. Of course, it's holographic. Look at that attack speed, man. That Forest is gonna carry him well. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. That is a high roll if I've ever seen one.
I mean, this is where you absolutely love to have that big movement speed, just running from target to target to get in your face and beat them up. It's so low. It is going to eventually go down here. And it's actually Quinks versus Ranger, and the Quinks is holding the line so far. With the blinds, the dust, it's slowing things down. This actually looks so good for the green side, but it's going to be Carl who ends up clutching it up with, again, support MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, Carl is level 7. I would kind of actually to take that win. I mean, Fox has to do a lot more rolling. He's got a lot more units to hit, and I don't even see too many. I mean, he's 3 away from getting the Exalted Monk here, but he is still 6 away from getting the Exalted Gorilla. So we're going to see how that plays out.
How is economy
He's
looking?
rolling.
Oh, he's over 70, so he's just slow rolling everything. All the excess gold over maximum income, I guess.
He's at 65 HP. Got time. But he's going to start taking some hits here.
Yep.
Nefer Fast level 8 did score them the rake, so it is starting to come online.
Wow. All right. Pushes it all in for the rake as we're watching Carabasso versus Fox Spirit. This time Fox Spirit, it must be enough, right? This Forest is again going down and the Ranger last one standing, and it's again not gonna be enough. So yeah, just a little bit shy. He hasn't pushed in. Level 5, you can really feel that at this stage of the game versus level 7 players. It's a big difference.
If he's got to go against Nefer next time, he's going to be in for a fight.
Yep. I would believe he will roll down very soon, but we'll see when it happens. I want to watch him roll, but I don't think it's quite yet as we go into the parallel.
Full augment round 2. Do we want to look at team lobby 2?
Yeah, can do. Let's check it out. What's going on over at lobby 2? Also in carousel round.
Oh my gosh, Good Hair's been at 100 HP win streak. What is he building?
It is basically just what looks like a Aegis build with the 2 natured tanks, got Cardulo as well. There is the Riptorus as well, so Toxic Aegis is here and is absolutely tearing through the lobby. Followed up by iNostalgy, Coolagast, and Slick's Hype as of this moment. While one lobby is just completely red, this lobby is essentially the opposite, completely blue.
Yep. All right, good luck, Ysera. Let's see if he can still keep it up next time we look over to them. For now, we got Furies versus Fox Spirit here. The 2 in the bottom.
And Fury is starting to ramp up really nasty. He's got Invoker, he's got Verdant online, he's got some huge front lines. This Invoker will be really tough to break through. Already holding the line, but the Forest is sniping through, but that's a Stoic Terralinx that just stuns the whole line. Huge heal from the Archelion. Just nothing died. Not a single unit died.
What?
Fury's gonna be tanking it up quite well here.
Wow, does he have economy too, Furies? Because this team is looking crazy.
It still says 75. That's a lot.
75.
Oh my god. He just got all these units for free, eh? Just naturally found all the stage 3s.
1 away from getting the Sin Elf too. He'll 3 Invoker online at level 8. He's cruising. He is gonna be coasting this to a top 4 easily.
All right, Fox Spirit,
That's
are
the
you gonna
beauty
roll
of-
down?
Beauty of Halcyon Sea as well. Just the fact that the players are even able to get this. We're only at at round 16, and we're seeing like round 30 kind of team compositions.
All right, we're seeing Fox Spirit still with 5 units in round number 16 versus 8 units in the enemy team. There is literally no chance Fox Spirit can win this. And he needs to start rolling next round, I believe, because he's going to fall down to 30 HP right now. And he's probably sitting on around, I don't know, 100 gold at this point.
He might make it. That forest sniped the Arceus.
Oh my god.
Cut through.
Is it gonna be enough though? Badass root coming out from the Arcos. And now it is stuck on the tank with the toxic. He almost made me eat my words. Of course, when I go so confident into a commentary, it's gonna almost go the other way.
That would have been 3 levels behind. It had no business being that close.
Oh, that...
This PvE round, he's got to finish his mud, and then he's got to slam levels. Like, he's got to. It's going to start hurting at 18, and he's got 36 HP. He needs a couple rounds for reposition mistakes.
Yep. We know Fox Spirit is a fast player, and he actually waits till after the PvE round. What I like to do in his position right now, I start rolling right here. I sacrifice a little bit of income just to have 50 seconds more to play around with.
He did get level
I'm not fast
6.
enough.
He did push level 6, so he's probably... he picked up another... he's probably having trouble getting his units. Yeah, he just sold another Cardillo.
Bench is full.
Bench is full.
That's
the worst part about it.
I mean, how much contesting is going on? How many other people? Because I know Monkier gets splashed really hard into like fighter comms. Yeah, Carl's got one.
Yep.
Karabasov has one as well.
We need 2 more Monkiers.
That's
we got the Chukundi. 2 more Gorillas, 2 more Monkiers. He needs to keep rolling. That's not enough of a power spike.
No, not against Nefer. Not against that.
1 more Gorilla.
Oh my gosh.
God. With steam.
There he goes. Big Gorilla.
Okay,
Only
that's a
missing
start.
2 Monkiers. That's still not gonna be enough. At this point, you need 4 mud too. Oh, there's an Umbra in the enemy team.
That's what I'm saying. This is absolutely terrifying. We saw Nefer start putting money into, or putting credits into their levels specifically to chase the Umber, and in fact, they found it. And I don't care if you had 4 mud in this instance. We've seen what happens when Umbers are fully augmented, focused on, and just absolutely go nuts, tearing on through this one like it's nobody's business.
Wow.
Oof. Big oof.
Hyperactive too. How much HP do we got? 22. All right, Fox Spirit. How much money do we have left?
Yeah, I think the problem with Fox Spirit is he kept the Railu, because the Railu, yeah, it gives fighter, but I think he needed to sell that, put like the Cardillo on the board and free up a spot on his bench. Because I betcha he had to make a lot of hard decisions between picking up the Riptorus, the Chikundi, the Cardillos, and he might have missed a bunch of units potentially getting some stage 3s.
Yeah,
but who knows?
He still has the money, right? I think.
One way.
Like 1 more monkey and 1 more Cardulux. No, wait. There's nothing on the board.
That's so frustrating.
1 more monkey. There it is.
Got it.
All
okay,
right.
good. You hate to not see it after so much dedication.
Still level 6 though. I would push level 7 now. Just.
Does he have the money to do it?
There is going to be the Apon sitting in the back line, stage 3. This is really good, right? You want to get rid of that unit fast. It delivers the stuns. The Forest is going to be almost more focused, though, which is really bad.
Ooh.
So it's going to be dead right now. Ramfight does so much damage, just taking half of the enemy team down. It's all going to be up to that Ranger that has a lot of stats now, but there's charms, there's everything. There is no hope left for Fox Spirit. And he's gonna go down to a few HP at this point. 8 left for him. It's sad to see.
And you know what happened that was really bad there too? The Ranger died, and then the ramp fight killed the Forest and the Apon. Or sorry, the Apon died, and then the Forest killed the Apon and one of the unit. That because the mud transfers to the 2 closest allies, not necessarily to the closest mud, and so it transferred and then immediately got extinguished, so that the power gain was just invalidated. Really, really rough there for that positioning. And what's happening? Fox is giving up. He's just selling everything.
Tapping out.
He just said, nope, I'm done. Oh. Oh, why would you do that?
Rough.
All right.
That is rough. Poor little fish in the front line getting sacrificed. Very unhappy with his performance here. And he's gonna be out. Which makes Furies being now at the bottom, at the bubble, but he's sitting comfortably at 38 HP. So the rest of the lobby, actually all very close together. 38, 38, 40, 44, 47, 47. And then Carl sitting at 82 HP in the top with his Atlas, with a clown's nose, 2 Illuvium coins, and I jinxed him, he's down to 68, but still pretty comfortably in first place.
Yeah, and he's got 70 MP too. He's chilling. He's chilling at the top right there.
Yeah, the coins aren't just on their face. It's actually in their credit bank as well, because they're sitting pretty. Granted, 68 is not as great as it could have been, but we'll have to see if they can hold on here. But I still do like where Furies is at. They opted against Rogue once again, went for Invoker, which works very well in game number 2, and is continuing to perform now that they found the Illuvials they were looking for.
Do you see what what's on the other side of Carl though? We got that Duelif. We got a Duelif on the board. What?
Oh, sorry. I'm just with Orc and Furies right here, and this team looks just as dangerous. Wow, the Rampfight doing so much damage though, with the Shield Breaker as well, getting a 25% damage amplification. But it wasn't enough. The corner composition was able to stand up. And this is looking so scary. Invoker with such a tanky bunker comp. That's gonna be tough. But I wanna see what you were talking about. Who has a duel left?
Carl beat it. Carl beating Nariva. Nariva took an L there, even though it's just the positioning was really bad. The Duelif only hit 1 unit per cast, and that just devastated him.
Let's swap over to the second game while we are in the carousel. What we got there? 1 HP, is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, so Stygian are being threatened to be the possible first elimination here. I'm a Fishy actually gonna quickly hop on over and see what's up with them. And Hasu possibly an elimination here for Fishy. This is a bad looking loss. Your IPL leader is being threatened here in this instance. They are going to be the first one eliminated here in game number 3, which I think should guarantee that they don't make a grand final for the first time in a while.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for him. He's going to be feeling pretty bad about that.
Yep.
Especially after being our first IPL 1000 winner, not being able to participate in the grand finals.
Everyone else probably happy about not having to compete versus one of the best players in the game, but yeah, it's going to be devastating for him. Good thing though, he already won an IPL 1000, and yeah, he can take the time to study the other players here tomorrow in the grand finals.
100%.
So I'm looking at our current players right here. We got some interesting things accumulating. Karabasov managed to finish their Skoriox, their Monarch. They're starting to look good. Nefer slammed level 9 with his Umber, pushing that forward. Nariba building up a bunker for his Duelif, but I don't know if Nariba can beat Furies if they have to go against each other. Luckily, he doesn't right now. Furies just finished a Blotto. Woo, these team comps are going to ramp up right after that PvE round. Who are we going to be watching? We're going to watch Karabasov versus Orc.
Nariba is the pick of poison versus Slooper here. I want to see the Duelif pop off. Let's see it.
I mean, this is a pretty good lineup actually here for the Duelif. If it does manage to go towards one of those Therioxes, it's going to go right through the Polar Bear as well. What a shot! That takes care of 5! That is going to be the big turn for Nariba, as long as they can hold. Theriox is still firing. The Ranger was still firing, but a Kamehameha, and it's gone. How about a one-on-one, though? Auto attack versus Omega Power to seal the deal, and it is going to actually be Nariba falling due to the Theriox. That's a tier 5 fully evolved dual left, and it can't do versus a Theriox.
What a game.
God. I'm so sad. That Duelif, that Duelif was going places, but it just stunned itself with the second to last laser just hitting a dead unit behind the other Theriox. Oh, that was crazy.
Honestly, I'm happy it's dead. I want to see Fury's gonna duelist in here. I want to see Fury's have this ultimate invoker comp that just takes over the rest of this game. But yeah, we'll see. Nefer on the bubble 10. He lost the last round even with this double Goliath Umber.
He only needs one more slapping. Is he rolling? He's not. Oh, he also needs one more one Scarabot for the Goliath. Oh. Please survive this round. You're on the edge of Exodia. But here we're gonna see the Jotun and the stabbing going up against each other. But here is also an Umber in the backline, which is gonna take down unit by unit. One more cast here for the Jotun to go down. The Quinks goes down as well. Do we have lifesteal on that Umber though? It doesn't seem like it, so it's not gonna be enough. Nefer going down in 5th place on the edge of a Goliath and a stabbing, and he should have sold one of them and tried to finish them. But hindsight is 20/25.
Ran out of life points with 1 card left in the deck.
Oh, and if he would have gone for that Titan, or he would have had it, because there's only 3 on the board. He would have had it, I think.
A little bit too greedy.
Oh, Orc already had the slashing, so there was no reason to hold those slappings. All right, will Orc survive against Carl? Will Carl take down the Orc?
Carl versus Orc here. Let's see it.
Okay, all eyes going to be on that slashing, and its tag team partner there, that Malura, which just immediately melts through the Railu. But I'm also looking at this Riplance here on the red side. It's going to be a ram fight to the skies. It does some pretty decent damage. That's a good chunk actually taking off the Penguin, but it did not get the finishing blow. Now it did. Riplance is on a tear. It is going after everybody, but it has the absolute money. Ram fight Omega, but it is not going to be enough. Orc is going to fall in 4th.
Your boy Carl pulling through this game. He's like, I'm not going down, but he has to go against Furies here. Furies with this gigantic front line with that stoic Terralings being in at the front, the Blotto with all the augments. That Sin Elf has a bunch of Omega power starting at, what is that, 186. If that beam hits through, it's going to be deadly for that team, but it's not looking like it's going to be able to snipe too well. This is going to be tough. I think that it might actually go for the Quinks or the Gazotep. The Gazotep is in a bad spot. This could actually be all right for him for that laser.
Let's see it happen as my game is a little bit bugging. Here we see Furious versus Carl. Big laser coming through from the Sinnoh, but it only hits the Quinks. That's not the target you're looking for. Ranger here is in the backline, is on the Sephorus, which is quite a tanky unit at this point. Jotun trying to get through the front line, and the right plans on the side, almost able to get into the back line. There it is. Sinnoh goes down onto the Sephorus. 1 stab, 2 stabs, and 1 last stab to kill the Ranger and win the game here. Snooper down to 4 HP. Furious at 20. Carl looking to take this fight here.
And that Ranger did some ninjutsu and managed to get out right before that Emberling rod popped. So that kept it alive. It did a whole bunch more damage getting... that was really, really sad to see. That Emberling rod is so just... It hits or it misses, and it is sad to see when it misses. But...
quick check over to the second game. PvE round. What do we got?
All right, we're starting to lose some players, including Fishy from earlier. Stygian will end up falling here in 7th, but not Complain falling at 6th. I think makes this kind of interesting as well, because they were near the top of the tournament's lobby, so a little bit of a rougher spot, maybe opening the door. We'll have to see. Hasu as well is quite low here with 2 HP left, as it looks like they're going to be able to actually win this one. Nostalgia is very low as well. They will actually end up falling, as I'm just kind of catching up with things here. But Kulagast, again, they've been having a fantastic tournament so far here in the semifinal. It's not going to be changing as of right now. They're in the top 4.
All right, let's wrap it up, Carl. Kick him out so we can watch the second lobby.
Well, we're watching Slooper versus Carl in the real match here. But Slooper has completed the build. He's got Seer, he's got Jotun, he's got the Scoriox, the Monarch. It's lined up to be an absolute slaughter here. I don't know if Carl can make it, even though Carl is level 9, but he's just got a bunch of tier 1s. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tier 1 units that are only stage 2. That is this is going to be tough. Carl may have ruled the lobby, but there's just not too much to carry him at this point. That right plants has got to do a lot.
At least Carl does have the level advantage. We got to see how well that Rip Lance does. That's going to be the Rampfire actually directly on top of it right after a big chunk. Here comes the Omega. Does it take it off the board? It does actually, in fact, take it down in the end. And there is still too many green members left. It is going to be Carl taking the hit, but not out just yet.
Okay, Slooper holding on. Fury's getting eliminated though.
Oh, Fury's out.
The Invokers just couldn't hold.
And we are in the top 2. Carl needs to break Slooper's units here. It looks pretty tough. He needs to find more stuff. How is he looking credits-wise? Slooper is broke and also... No, Carl has a lot of money left. So Carl can still fish for some stage 3 units and he just needs to find whatever Slooper doesn't contest.
I mean, at least Carl does have some time, though. Doesn't have to worry about winning this fight specifically. But it'd be absolutely incredible if they could. I do see that looks like it's a Seer trying to get there, but just not quite enough.
He's not going to be able to get it. There's already a Seer on the board.
Yep.
So he's not going to get it. That's over. He needs to sell those, go for something else. He can't go for the Jotun either. He lost both of those.
And just running out of time at this point. Mammoth is not really happening. A little bit too slow on that one.
Maybe
Let's
a
see.
Titan Aura?
Let's see. Maybe the positioning cleaned it all up. Scoriox here in the backline is untouched, and the right plants goes down. Very dominant victory here by Slooper. That's going to do a lot of damage, and Carl has one more round to find some strategy to win him this game, and I think that's the only chance he got to get into the grind finals if he wins this round.
Yeah, all of y'all are building Exodia. Meanwhile, it looks like Slooper just found Victory Dragon and hit direct because they are on a perfect scenario here. They have so many beautiful units to possibly finish the job.
What is this Fur Knight doing with it? It's got gains 3 Omega power, 20 energy, 100 shield.
Super buff. No wonder the excuse me, the ramp by hits so hard, it's getting buffed up by all of those support augments. This could very well be the kill shot here if it does not go in Carl's favor. Actually, either way, it very well could be the case. And so far, it's looking like it's going to be Carl falling in this instance. Slooper down, but not out. They found the units they were looking for, and they get the kill shot. Slooper is going to win here in this IPL 1000, game number 3.
Wow, well played. Well played by Slooper. Realizes, like, the problem was they were both kind of going for the same units, but Slooper got there first, and then Carl was left with a lot of money, but no options. He would have liked to get those behemoths himself. Let's see, is the second game, I think, still on?
Yeah, but it's potentially the final battle right here. It's actually between Kulagast and Olaze Gazera. We do have a heavy steam composition with 5 Harbingers in this build here from Kulagast. Meanwhile, on the other side here for Gazera, it's just Bulwark Aegis, the tried and true, trying to turn this Rip Lance into an absolute crackhead. Let's see how this one goes. Gazera, you need this one to stay in the game.
They're both fighting over that Umber.
Let's see. I'm still loading.
Here we go. Let's take a look. That's going to be the big old beam coming on through. It goes right through the Rip Lance, but it's actually healing very, very well until the Mammoth just absolutely nukes the Rip Lance. I think the safety button or the emergency button has been taken down, and a big old shunt from the Mammoth is going to be clutch once again for the second game in a row. And Kulagast is going to be the winner here in game number 3 and is absolutely king here in this semifinal lobby.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That threw a wrench into things because I feel like a lot of players that needed a good game found that good game.
I'm really excited to see the scoreboard and see who moves on into the grand finals tomorrow.
I like, my brain can't even keep up with who made it, who didn't. Only one I know didn't make it is Fox Spirit because he just AFK'd at the end. I don't think he's happy with it. He just said, I'm done.
Yep, we're gonna have to
Ah,
talk about this
mean-
because this is unsportsman like behavior. It's not the worst case, but still, you don't like to see it. So, yeah, we know it can be hard sometime when you're out, but yeah, you gotta keep it
I
together.
mean, if that's how it's going to be, throw the Felicia on the end there and you're just going to let it die, then whatever. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, let's see. Are the other scores in already? I think we have to give it a second. Then we're gonna see who moves on. Is that the
I'm
final
excited.
ones?
Gazera needed a good game, and now it's pretty good. Good one for Carl, too. There's so much to think about.
I'm seeing some numbers.
You seeing some numbers? Take us through them.
Oh, you are too. All right. So we have in the lobby one, we got Furies and Orc managed to tie it, 19 points, both being passed through. Well performing. That Invoker did carry Furies enough to be able to secure that first place in this semifinals. Slooper being able to pull through. Nefer making it through. But Carl, yeah, you can see past.
But
Carl was one.
But he was
point
competing
away.
with Nefer anyway, so
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep, one of the Phantom boys wouldn't have made it through. Carl almost made his grand final. I'm sure he's just like, no, it's over. Oh, well, close one. Nariba not making it in and losing the tiebreaker to Carl. Yeah, that's got to feel pretty bad being a consistent player. Karabasov just had such a bad game in game 3, taking him down to 7th place. And then we had Fox Spirit. See, if Fox, honestly, I think Fox could have got a little bit higher there. I mean, I guess it's $200 either way, so maybe he just didn't care, but he definitely could have placed higher, I think, with that mud. I think if he would have just spent his gold to get to level 8, maybe. I don't know. But let's not talk about that anymore. Going on to lobby 2. Kulagast, complete control over that lobby, getting 21 points. We had Gutierrez had 100 points for like most of that game. I guess managed to hold it, locking it down a 3-way tie for 16 points. Slicks, Hasu, all being passed forward. That has got to feel good for Slicks making it into a grand final after so long, sitting out, not complain, getting knocked out and getting 5th place. Got to hurt. I'm nostalgia and I'm a fishy. What happened? 9 points. One of the just really, really rough semifinal there. Must have had some really, really just unlucky games or bad choices, or maybe this new patch is just something he's struggling with. And then we got Stieg and Hype carrying 8th place there, still making it in the semifinals. Congrats to everyone who's been playing.
Yep. Well played. GG's. Yeah. Big congrats to all the players, really, because we've talked a bit about Carl, but yeah, being higher ranks than Nariba, Fox Spirit, I'm a fishy, right? It's no easy feat. Just 2 points off or 1 point off, making it to the grand finals. Huge shout out to him. Huge shout out to the top 8. I'm really excited to see them battle it out tomorrow. Slicks finally made a finals again, so that's cool to see. Welcome back. We got Furies there. We got Orc, which had such a dominating performance today. I feel like in his first grand finals, that's going to be really cool. Kulagast returns to the stage. Gusera also really strong in many of those games. And then Hasso, I think, in one of his first grand finals, if not the ever first, making his debut in a IPL 1000. And then we also got Slooper here. Consistent gameplay week after week, performing really at the highest level. And it's only getting better. It seems like, and he's only getting stronger.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Is the only chance of a repeat IPL winner the return of the king if Slicks wins?
I do believe so, yes.
Yep.
So it's either a new winner or Slicks has the ultimate comeback.
Yeah.
That is absolutely incredible.
We have our storyline cut out for tomorrow.
One thing I'm looking at here also is Nefer got in just playing consistent, averaging 4. He got 4 on every game. Is that what he did?
Like 4th, 5th, I think, or something like that. Like it wasn't anything fancy. It was just consistent.
Like you don't have to play greedy and try and push.
Best was actually 5th. It seems like.
Yeah, like that doesn't make sense, right?
That's why it's average points. So he has, I think, three times 5th place.
Yeah. So you got three 4-pointers, and he made it through. I mean, we saw that he decided to take that strategy of just leveling quickly. Yes, it's not always the best because you can't sometimes get the stage 3 tier 1s, but in this high economy game, that managed to keep him safe, making in the top 4 each game. Well played, Nefer. Get in there.
Well played indeed.
Awesome.
Heck yeah, that's
Love to
so
see it.
cool. Love to see it. So we're gonna be back tomorrow with the grand finals, everyone. And it's gonna happen at 2 p.m. UTC. So a little bit earlier than today. We're gonna start at 2 p.m. UTC. There has been a time switch recently, so for example, Central Europe is now only 1 hour after UTC. So for Central Europe, that's 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Central Europe time. Just wanted to throw that out there because there has been a lot of confusion lately around this.
It always throws everybody off, but either way, it'll be a nice early morning with some fantastic Illuvium for the first time, I feel like, being checkmate as well. So this is going to be absolutely intense. We have our cast of characters here, and they are all very exciting individuals here. Fury is having a fantastic one. We have the 2 guild mates looking to maybe make a repeat of the last one. Nefer, grand finals appearance for the first time in a while. Same thing with Kuligas and Gazera, and especially for Slicks. They needed that. And Hasu, again, the wild card of the bunch here. We'll have to see how they end up doing. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Yep. We got all the players. We got 2 times hype. We got 2 times guild. We got 2 guild less players, which is also always cool to see. And then we got also Phantom. So a very diverse group here. Everybody can find their favorites and cheer for them. We're going to be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. UTC with the grand finals. 19 points, checkmate, maximum of 6 games. So it could be a long one, and we are ready for it.
Let's go.
It's going to be great. We'll see you then. Have a good night and rest of your day. And see you all back tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, as always, to my co-hosts here, to the back-end staff, Quants, Erika, and Tholki. Thank you to Illuvium for this great game, and thank you to the viewers and players. We see you again tomorrow. Have a good one.